Hello, all guys, gals, and non-binary gals. Welcome to the newest episode of the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast, brought to you on YouTube, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Austin. I've watched a lot of wrestling, and some wrestling I wish I never had.
David, I'm a noob. I haven't watched nearly as much wrestling. And Austin, I am begging you to include that beleaguered sigh at the top of the episode when we release it, because that was gold right there. That's gonna put some butts in seats. Let me
I
tell you.
I do not come to you viewers in a happy mood today, as we return to 1998 Raw, and we haven't even watched tonight's episode yet. I'm just mad about what I had to watch in the in-between.
Yeah, you really suffered all of a sudden. Like something seems to have
Something
broken a little
fucking
bit.
broke in my head this week, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit, all of it.
Fuck everything. Isn't I fucking hate wrestling supposed to be my line?
That's true, it is, but oh, brother, you know what? All right,
You're
what
borrowing
do I?
it this week.
Let's start with the Brawl for All.
Oh boy.
So we've been following this arc. Last time we were here, Bart Gunn knocked out Dr. Death Steve Williams,
Yes.
throwing the whole tournament into disarray.
Yes.
Um,
They literally they shot themselves into a chute.
which somehow that makes sense.
They
But
thought they could
yes,
shoot themselves into a work,
but
but
they
they
shot
just shot
themselves into
themselves into a shoot.
another shoot.
To another shoot. The late shootception, I say.
Yeah, so I watched last time we watched the July 27th episode of Raw. Tonight we are skipping to the August 17th episode of Raw. So I had to
Oh
watch
wow, that's a
2 weeks
jump.
of Raw.
Oh wow. At least it's not this
Specifically
3 hour Oz.
specifically for the Brawl for All. We finished the second round. Tonight we're watching the semifinals.
Okay.
And so let's on the August 3rd episode of the Brawl for All was the Godfather versus Too Cold Scorpio. Now you may
Okay.
be asking yourself, didn't the Godfather lose to Dan Severn in round
Oh.
one? And
Oh wait.
that is correct. But they cut a promo where Dan Severn explained that he felt he had nothing left to prove, so he is withdrawing from the tournament, and the Godfather is back in.
And again, we have no idea whether or not this is like work or shoot or
Now that's
like
the
what's
work.
going on.
My conspiracy theory is that everyone involved realized that Dan Severn's whole shtick is built on how much of a shoot badass he is, and also putting him in boxing gloves makes him an easy little bitch to beat for Bart Gunn to beat in a fight. So they're like, you know what? You can just withdraw. You're done, pal.
Oh
I
my
have nothing to
god.
prove. I'm an MMA champion. I don't have anything to prove about this tournament. I'll quit.
Wait, why do we think he's like afraid he's gonna look like a bitch next to Bart Gunn? He
Because,
is an MMA champ after all.
yeah, as a grappler in a
Oh.
boxing fight,
Oh. Oh no.
he barely beat the Godfather. Bart Gunn would
Oh
have knocked
lord.
his ass out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm putting my tinfoil hat on too. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's the Godfather versus Scorpio Sky. And before
Okay.
the match, the Godfather starts his new gimmick where he offers his opponent his hose for free if they'll lay down for him. Scorpio Sky does not take this deal and then
Face.
he loses to the Godfather.
Oh god damn it.
So
Scorpio! You were the chosen one!
so the Godfather will take on Bart Gunn in the semifinals.
Oh,
On
that'll be
the
hilarious.
August 10th episode of Raw, we got Savio Vega versus Darren Drozdov. Now, you may remember in the first round, Droz faced Hawk and it went to a draw, and they had no answer for how to fix that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're still making up fucking rules on the fly.
So As it turns out, Hawk had a broken nose from that fight. And so they said, "You're too injured, pal. Draws, get in there."
You know what? That is a way to resolve it. They did, in fact, find an answer.
And then Drozdov, he beat Savio Vega to
That
advance.
that feels dirty.
And then the final round of the quarterfinals. It is Bradshaw versus Mark Marrow. Now, you may remember that in the first round, Steve Blackman ate Mark Marrow's whole ass. But
Yeah, I
here's
do
the
remember
thing.
that.
But here's the thing. Steve Blackman got injured, and so they substituted Mark Marrow back in.
Oh my god! So wait, so the entire first round of the Brawl for All was effectively worthless.
Well, three-eighths of it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that's insane! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yep.
I remember.
And then
Oh my
Bradshaw
God.
beat Mark Marrow and advanced to the second round. Mark Marrow was the only person of the three guys re-entered into the tournament to not win.
Just shows what a bitch that Mark Marrow motherfucker is. And honestly, just for the spite of it, I want to see Bradshaw go all the way, okay? I will laugh my ass off if it turns out that this whole fucking tournament that was invented so Vince Russo's evil, horrible, spiteful ass could watch Bradshaw get his ass kicked by the other members of the roster, ended with Bradshaw for the ultimate dub. How fucking great would that be?
So, the August 17th semifinals are Bradshaw and Darren Drozdov and Bart Gunn and the
Fuck 'em up.
Godfather.
I am for once excited for one of these matches just so I can watch Bradshaw deck out fucking Aaron Drozdov.
All right. So the next thing
He's gonna be fucking puking all over.
going on. If I had a nickel for every time in this arc that I had to sit through and a terribly offensive infamous segment from the Monday Night Wars, I would have 2 nickels.
Oh no.
Because I got to watch the conclusion of the Val Venis choppy your PP saga.
Yeah, I remember that.
So on the August 3rd episode of Raw,
Oh yes.
they had the tag team match. Taka
yes.
Michinoku and Val Venis versus Dick Togo and Minz Teo of Kai.
Oh yes.
And then, but the twist, Taka Michinoku turns on Val Venis because Kyoko is Taka's sister.
Oh yes.
Taka Michinoku turns heel and joins Kai and Tai and helps them beat up Val Venis, kidnap him, and drag him to the back to cut his dick off.
I will allow it simply for the castration of Val fucking Venis, okay?
So
Venus no more, I say.
So after they show vignettes throughout the night of them dragging Val Venis to the location to chop his dick off, it is the main event angle of Raw. They do the main event tag match, and I'll get to that. And after the match is over, they cut to them putting Val Venis's cock on a chopping block and going to cut it off.
Oh my! I don't think he's getting out of this. What?
But then the lights go out.
No.
And they end on a cliffhanger.
What?
See the dick cutting. And then August 10th on Raw, they have announced in a segment is Val Venis is here to give a press conference with John Wayne Bobbitt. Now, I was wondering if you knew who this was, and I'm going to do it for this. So, John Wayne Bobbitt was a bit of a minor celebrity in 1993. You see, because this happened is that while he was asleep, his girlfriend took an 8-inch kitchen knife and chopped his dick off and
I do
threw it
know.
in a field.
I do know about this guy thanks
Hey,
to
now
our
hold
boy
your
Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh yeah, because he's in the song. So
He's
he
in
became a bit
headline
of a
news.
pop. It was headline news, and he became a pop culture phenomenon. He had
Yes.
appearances on sketch comedy shows and late night TV and Howard Stern, and he starred in a porno called John Wayne Bobbitt Uncut. Now
No.
they did find his penis and they reattached it. So
You
just
can
so
do
you were
that?
aware.
Oh, well, that's very nice.
Anyway, and so his girl, so they took, obviously this goes to court, and the girlfriend was actually acquitted on insanity for having let me check that, let me get the exact wording on this.
Oh, no.
What they said here.
Oh, no.
She was acquitted by reason of insanity because let's see here. What was there? Is it because insanity causing an irresistible impulse to sexually wound John. Now, here's the thing. There's a bit of a twist to this story.
What the fuck?
There's a bit of a twist to this story. You see, this story usually is kind of portrayed as like, how women, am I right? Like he's kind of a little bit of a victim. He's hilarious joke about this man. His girlfriend just went crazy one day and cut his dick off.
So mad one night
His
that
wife.
she cut off his wiener.
But you see, John Wayne Bobbitt is a piece of shit. Through this court case, they established he had a long history of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse of his wife. And in fact, according to his wife's testimony, the reason she the story goes is that night he came home from work, raped her, and then when he went to sleep, she grabbed the knife and cut his dick off. The jury was unable to convict him on the grounds of sexual assault of that particular incident. However, they could not ignore the history of physical, emotional, and alleged sexual abuse. In fact, witnesses for both the prosecution and the defendant agreed that, yeah, she was horribly abused by John and had every right to be afraid of him. And in fact, her bout of insanity to have an irresistible urge to cut his dick off was portrayed by the prosecution as a result of clinical depression and a PTSD trauma response to the abuse that she had endured.
Yes.
So it's kind of a both sides get off situation. John Bobbitt doesn't go to jail for sexual abuse, but she is acquitted of sexual violence due to the history of assault. And if you think John Wayne Bobbitt was ever, and remember, I want to point this out to you. This whole court case plays out over the course of 1994 and 1995.
So this is a 3-year-old reference that they can't help but dig into the well.
And they have already established that he is an abusive piece of shit in the court of law. So it's a dated reference, and he's already a known jackass.
Yeah, but Austin, that's exactly Vince Russo's type.
And in case you thought to yourself that maybe John Wayne Bobbitt ever got better as a person,
No.
well, I'm glad that you also assumed that was true. But by the way, in 1994, after he was charged with striking a 21-year-old exotic dancer he met in Vegas, and in 1994, he was convicted of battery and sentenced to 15 days in jail. And then in 1999, he went on probation for his role in a theft at a store in Nevada. And in 2003, he was sentenced to prison for violating that probation after he was arrested on battery charges involving his then wife, Joanna Farrell. And he would be arrested on charges of battery against his wife, Joanna, 2 more times after that incident.
What?
And
I'm sorry. I wandered into the wrong podcast. I didn't mean to end up on the set of Judges and Juries True Crimes podcast.
Yeah, so getting John Wayne Bobbitt on Raw to do this stupid guest bit with Val Venis is one of the low-key shittier things that WWE has ever done, and it's gone completely under the radar because everyone forgets this part. Everyone only remembers I choppy your pee.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Fuck the smoke screen that threw up over the rest of the mimetic value was so strong.
All right, let's get to the actual segment about this. Now that I've explained who John Wayne Bobbitt is,
what is this front half? What are we doing?
we're in hell, and I'm taking you with me. So Val Venis comes out icing his cock because apparently that's still needed a week after the fact, and he's coming out in a nice dress shirt and pants. He's all sullen, and they make a lot of really shitty dick jokes at this point. Val Venis is like, "Ladies, I come to you a humbled man, half the man I used to be." But as they say, you live by the sword, and you die by the sword. And they make a lot of short jokes and getting cut off.
I like it.
But you see, Val Venis says that the big Valboski is absolutely fine. And his dress pants are tearaway pants, except he can't get them off. So they're just at his ankles the rest of the promo. And he takes the shirt off.
That feels symbolic.
And he reveals that they did not choppy that pee last night.
Wow, no way. What a shock.
Because you see, due to a very cold butcher's block, there was a little bit of shrinkage. And then very conveniently, John Wayne Bobbitt cut the lights last week. How did that happen? How did Bobbitt get the Raw? How did he know to cut the lights? We don't fucking know.
Because obviously, Austin, he fell right into the Vince Russo flytrap, okay? He was channel surfing. My man has never heard of pro wrestling in his fucking life, okay? He gets enough violence at home, let me tell you. He's flipping through the channels and he just happens to pass by what? USA? What the fuck is on Raw?
They're on USA Network.
Yeah, he passes by USA right as Yamaguchi-san is screaming out, "I choppy your pee," and a dark cloud furrows John Wayne Bobbitt's brow, and he says, "Oh no, there is an injustice that I must
not
fix.
Not this
time.
It's
not
gonna
this
happen
time.
this time.
Not this way." That's exactly what happened. Vince Russo's channel surfing scheme saved Val Venis from getting his pee-pee choppy because
So his cock is fine. Thank you very much.
but good.
God he talks to Mrs. Yamaguchi-san, and he's like, "Bitch, the pussy ain't worth it." He breaks up with Mrs. Yamaguchi-san, and as she walks out, he tosses her a AA battery for her vibrator. Though it was great because she shows the battery on camera, obviously, and Jim Ross goes, "Well, what's she gonna use that for?" Oh, wow.
Jim! JR! I love how JR waffles between being the most sexless boomer on the planet and being the horniest motherfucker on Maine. There is no in between. There is no off switch to this perpetual metronome. He just goes.
So we have there
God.
we go.
Christ all fucking mighty. That's terrible.
Yes. Okay. All right. Guess let's do cahoots now. This is a good point to to transition.
Oh, look, my least favorite part.
So, on this episode, on the August 3rd episode of Raw, it is announced that the main event will be Undertaker and Steve Austin versus The Rock and Owen Hart. The Rock and Owen Hart having won the #1 contendership on the very first episode of Sunday Night Heat.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So they're going to have the match right now.
Okay.
So we're to open the show. The Rock and Owen come out and they're like, fuck it. Let's just do the tag team match right now.
Right.
And so Undertaker and Steve Austin come out. But then Undertaker's spider senses start tingling and he feels that Kane has appeared behind him.
Yeah,
and
he just senses that.
And so Undertaker just turns around and goes to confront Kane and leaves Steve Austin to get beat up 2-on-1 by the Nation until Austin fights them off, of course. And then later in the show, Undertaker and Vince is back on his beat of this is Cahootsin. This is Cahootsin.
Oh my God, it's so fucking tedious. We're just doing the same shit, different day. Oh my God.
But then Undertaker comes out and he wants to talk to Steve. And Steve is like, I don't care that you have both those tag belts because I don't give a damn about them. So, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
He's carrying both around.
Sure.
And then Undertaker is like, Undertaker demands that Steve Austin take this belt because they're partners. You take your belt. And Undertaker is like, Steve Austin, we're a team, which makes you the safest, most protected SOB in the world. And Steve Austin's like,
you and I are a team. We're a partnership, and I'd be devastated. Whatever that fucking line from Monsters Inc.
Austin is very offended at the idea of Undertaker needing to protect him.
Oh my God.
And in the main event of Raw, the Undertaker and Steve beat The Rock and Owen to retain the belts. But then, guess what? Kane and Mankind run out. And oopsity doopsity, Kane brains Mankind with a steel chair. And then Undertaker grabs the chair and also hits Mankind in the head again with the chair as well. Just to kind of,
And doesn't hit Kane.
No, but he hits Mankind. And then Mankind is now suspicious and wants to know the truth. Cut to the August 10th episode of Raw. This, in addition to some shenanigans where Undertaker dressed up as Kane on Heater again or something. I didn't really follow this part, but Mankind is obsessed. He wants to know the truth. He can handle the truth. He needs to know. And so he needs to know the truth from the one man who has never lied to him. Vince McMahon, get out of here. I need your help.
Okay, Vince wrote in that line personally for himself.
So Vince McMahon comes out and he says straight up I'm quoting. I'm not like, sometimes I say things as in a funny way to get the message across, like pussy wasn't worth it. Yes. This is a quote from Vince directly. I detest people who need help. The sight of the invalid and incapable makes me sick to my stomach.
What the fuck? How have we never done a fucking WWE Christmas Carol before? I know we've memed about it, but Jesus Christ. My man literally just got done reading some fucking Charles Dickens and then marched out here doing that thing where you after you consume a piece of entertainment media, you then talk like people from that thing for a little bit. That's him right now. He's just fucking, oh my God. Okay, carry on.
Vince is like, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to hurt you with the truth, because the truth hurts.
My God.
Yes, they're in cahoots, and Kane doesn't give a damn about you.
But Okay.
And then out comes...
Wait! Oh, fuck! Wait! We get Mankind corporate stooge out of this, don't we?
They are transitioning Mankind into being a underdog figure, a lovable underdog. And yes, pulling him away from Kane and bringing him in as kind of like the lapdog, desperate for Vince's approval, and Vince manipulating him and using him for that as an underdog babyface trait. They are building to that conclusion.
Okay, I mean, based, but
that won't go very long. He'll break away pretty quick from this, but they're like November is when Vince turns on Mankind in favor of The Rock, and Mick Foley finally realizes that he's been used and abused by Vince.
Okay.
This is just a way to transition him out of this thing with Kane.
Okay. I will say, of all the things to come out of this fucking awful, stupid, tedious ass Kahoot storyline, that's a decent side effect, but holy shit.
So Paul Bearer and Kane have words to say about this accusation. And let me see if I get this right here. So some notes here. Basically, Paul Bearer accuses Vince McMahon in retaliation of using people and trying to poison their minds. And Vince gets extremely offended at this completely accurate accusation.
Okay, sure. Yeah, how dare you say things about me that are absolutely true.
But Vince becomes convinced that the man standing out here with Paul Bearer right now is not his son, Paul. It is a son of a bitch. It's the Undertaker under here. And so he tries to pull off Kane's mask to reveal that it's the Undertaker. But then the lights go out, spoopy, and the Undertaker teleports in. So I guess he kind of proves Vince's point again. So we cut to the main event of the August 10th show. It is a 4-way tag title match between Steve Austin and Undertaker, Kane and Mankind, the New Age Outlaws, and The Rock and Owen Hart.
Okay.
The match ends when Kane does a choke slam on Undertaker and wins. Just a choke slam.
Okay.
Interesting. Mankind is kind of like afraid of Kane now. He's kind of He's kind of like keeps himself away from Kane from the match as much as he can. But Undertaker wins. Kane wins with a regular ass choke slam, and Undertaker immediately gets up from it. And Austin is like, "What the fuck is this? What? Cahoots?
God,
it's looking like cahoots to Steve Austin."
Oh my god! Please, just get to the punchline already. This is never gonna end.
It seemingly is not. No. All right.
Wait, this isn't the end of it? That wasn't the end of...
I don't think so, no. I think there's more cahoots to continue.
How? We've done this 4 times now. How does it still keep being red herrings when it's the same thing over and over and over again?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know what to tell you. But all right, let's just get to the other stuff that happened on Raw besides the things I just said. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is an interesting little tidbit because this was edited out of the network / Peacock feed of the show. I actually had to go online to even learn this happened. We had Mark Marrow versus Golga. Now, who is Golga? Golga is a member of this new group called the Oddities. They're basically like these big dudes who are considered freaks by society, but they're A-okay. They're all cool in their freakiness or whatever. I don't know. But the reason they got cut out of the network here, and because they have an extremely small presence in the network in general, is music licensing. You see, part of the shtick of the oddities is they came out to Insane Clown Posse.
Oh my god. Okay.
And
The patron saints of wrestling, yes.
yeah, and because ICP were such big wrestling fans, they were essentially they essentially did this without a contract. They gave them this theme song, and they even would come out live. Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J would come out and perform the song live for entrances sometimes because they were just such big wrestling fans, and because the WWF agreed to promote them and their music if they basically do this work for free for them. And you can guess what the WWF did.
They screwed them out of a contract, obviously.
You're right.
Yep.
And so because of licensing disputes and the fact they are not allowed to license ICP's IP anymore, they cut out all the ICP music from the Peacock dubs, and sometimes just straight up cut out segments entirely for the oddities. So, I mean, they were a low card groups. Who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
So, the most interesting thing about this is Golga is the former Earthquake. This is Earthquake in a fucking brown full head face mask and an Eric Cartman shirt. His gimmick is now that he really, really likes Cartman. He loves South Park. He comes out with a Cartman doll.
What? Oh my god. Vince Russo just wanted to be a writer on South Park. That's it. Oh my god. I hate.
And Sable is their new manager because the idea is she's cool and likes hanging out with these guys.
Obviously.
The pretty popular girl in high school is hanging out with the losers.
Like the dweebs who like to watch South Park and think they're really smart for agreeing with its dumb fuck politics. Yes.
Yeah, anyway, so that happened.
Sable's like, I agree that nothing matters in this world and that you should get to insult whoever you want.
The New Age Outlaws lost a number one contendership match to Kane and Mankind. Or no, it was just a match. The Outlaws lost to Kane and Mankind. It was whatever. And then we come back to Road Warrior Hawk, fellas, as he cuts a backstage interview. He uses his real name. He says, "This is Michael Hegstrand. Apologize because I'm not Hawk right now. I want to apologize for my behavior last week."
What behavior?
Because he was drunk. Remember?
This fucking thing. Oh my god.
Shooting guys because he said his real name. And this leads to a match between Jeff Jarrett and Road Warrior Hawk, where Jeff Jarrett loses because Tennessee Lee tries to interfere, but he can't get his belt off to give to Jarrett as a weapon. So Hawk pins him.
That's incredible.
And then Southern Justice, remember the former Godwins, who are Jeff Jarrett's bodyguards, come out to attack the LOD. And then, great.
Sure.
Here.
What is the point of any of this?
Okay. Triple H versus X-Pac in a number one contenders match for the IC title.
Okay.
Oh boy. DX be imploding, especially when China, who has otherwise been a neutral party whenever DX had to fight each other, interfered to help Triple H beat X-Pac.
Oh my.
China said that I am siding with the guy who I have sex with right now, as opposed to who I will have sex with in the future.
In the future.
So,
obviously,
that is a problem. DX drama, maybe. D'Lo Brown had a European title match against Dan Severn, and it went to DQ when Ken Shamrock showed up and interfered.
Jesus Christ.
And then Edge shows up and attacks D'Lo Brown.
Oh, great!
Because he's still mysterious.
He's still mysterious.
We don't know. We think we know him. We think we know him.
He's a vampire. He's just moody. He likes sex. The many faces of that man.
Okay. The last segment from the August 3rd episode we got to talk about is Tiger Ali Singh. Tiger Ali Singh is a second generation wrestler, son of Tiger Jeet Singh.
Oh.
And if you ever asked yourself, what if the $1 Million Man was Indian and Virgil wore a turban? First, fuck you for ever thinking of that. And second of all, it's Tiger Ali Singh. Tiger Ali Singh is a rich guy, and he has a manservant named Babu, and he is trying to prove that all you American women are shallow bitches who will do anything for the almighty dollar. And in fact, to prove this, he will offer any woman in the crowd right now $500 for every piece of clothing that she takes off. And so,
$500 when you have $1 Million Man money? You fucking cheapskate.
So Babu goes into the crowd and finds a really fat woman. And then so he gets this woman in the ring, and he's like, he does the bit. She takes off her shirt. She takes off her pants down to her underwear here. And then she's about to take her bra off. And he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. I changed my mind. In fact, I will give you $500 for every piece of clothing that you put back on. And so she puts her clothes back on. He gives her $1,000. And he's like, see how you will do anything for the dollar. And don't worry, he will continue this bit for a while.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Is it just the same thing every time? Oh,
it's different.
woman.
It's new bits, but you know.
That, okay.
He will keep coming up with degrading ways to get for people to earn money to prove a point, I guess.
What? Okay.
All right, let's go to August 10th. Let's just rock and roll this. Let's see here. Let's see. Cahoots. All right. Luna had a match against Jacqueline because Luna is with the Oddities now. You know, Luna. You know, remember her?
Yup.
She's with the Oddities now.
Okay.
And she's a wrestling Jacqueline. And they hastily explain that, you know, Sable and Luna made up or something off screen.
Sure.
Because this division only has 3 women, Sable has spent the last year feuding with both of these women over like who's the sexiest. So they're like, shit, we got to explain how Sable and Luna are cool now.
They kept just fucking running the 2 rivalries, and then like, shit, we got to cut a rule change promo.
Yeah, pretty much. So Luna wins with a top rope splash that completely whiffs. And whoopity-doo-dah-day.
Whoopity-doo-dah, true.
So, then we get Southern Justice versus the Road Warriors, except Hawk comes out, and he is drunk, and the pyro goes off, and it spooks him, and he falls down on the floor. And and officials are like, you are in no condition to compete. And he's like, no, I can still compete. I can still go.
Oh, great.
By the way,
I was half expecting you to be like, yeah, the pyro just fucking exploded in his face and he fucking died.
That might have been more tasteful. By the way, on Sunday Night Heat, Southern Justice and Jeff Jarrett got rid of Tennessee Lee because he's an idiot who keeps fucking up. Rip
sounds like it.
Rip me doing the Tennessee Lee voice. Very sad.
Oh, good.
Anyway, Darren Drozdoff comes down to save the day for LOD again. And also Jeff Jarrett comes out with a guitar. And the most significant, interesting thing here is that Jeff Jarrett debuted his new catchphrase on the back of his guitar. Don't piss me off.
Slap nuts?
Not yet. We're not slap nutsing yet. But don't piss me off.
I didn't realize he had other catchphrases.
Yeah, well, this one, unfortunately, because of the standards and practices of most uh, of most toy companies at this point, they had a very hard time getting this catchphrase on merchandise.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, they would not put "Don't piss me off." They changed it to "Don't tick me off," where they censored the word "tick," and then if that didn't work, they would say "Don't make me mad."
What? Oh my god, that's actually like parody levels of like dumb fuck like PGifying. Holy shit.
All right, then they've been teasing the whole show that DX might be breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
So all of DX comes out to the ring and they cut this promo where they basically call each other the biggest jack-offs they've ever met. Like X-Pac says Triple H is a jack-off. Triple H calls X-Pac a jack-off. Then Triple H calls the New Age Outlaws jack-offs. And then the New Age Outlaws call Triple H and China jack-offs. And then Triple H is like, so we're all in agreement. They were all a bunch of jack-offs. And they literally get in a circle when he says this. This is a jack-off circle. And he's like, it's the people want to see a DX split. And so all four of them line up, set to moon the camera. Because split like ass crack. Do you get it? But then China interrupts. And she says, don't you think these people have seen enough of your asses every week? And she goes, if anyone is going to start a DX split, it's gonna be me. And she pulls down her pants and shows her butt to the camera. And DX is laughing. They did it again. Hook baited, hook, line, and sinker. Whack, 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 whack.
I hate everything. Every decision is the worst one. Every time I get excited at a potential new direction, it's just, oh my god.
So, the Godfather takes on Vader, and the Godfather offers the hose offer to Vader, and Vader says, my career's kind of in the toilet right now. I'll take the hose.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But Bart Gunn came down to the ring to scout this match because he's got to fight the Godfather. And he is mad that the Godfather and Vader are not going to fight. So he gets in the ring and he knocks out Vader. And then Godfather just leaves with his hose. So Vader gets no bitches. No bitches, Vader.
No bitches, Vader. That's his name now, actually. Good old no bitches coming down to the ring right now. No bitches, Vader. That's what he is.
So I think oh my god, this is like the last thing I have to talk about. Holy shit, I didn't even realize that. God. In between, like Val Venis and John Wayne Bobbitt make their entrance, and then they go to commercial, right? Mm-hmm. To hype, and then we come back from commercial, and we get a PSA from Dustin Runnels, who says that parents, children, don't watch this filth. Watch instead the newest reptile special on the Discovery Channel. And he goes, parents, you need to make choices for your children and make sure they're good ones because Jesus is coming back.
Oh my god. I mean, Jesus is coming back.
He says, y'all need Jesus. Stop watching this show.
And Dustin Runnels is gonna don the 7 gimmick to help Jesus round up all the children,
And unfortunately, because they don't know how to, WWE doesn't know how not to give stupid acronyms to groups they clearly are making fun of. Absolutely. There is the right to censor being a joke on the Parent-Teacher Council. The union of people you ought to respect, son, up yours. You see, this Dustin Runnels segment was paid for by the evangelists against television, movies, and entertainment. Or as you might know them best, Eat Me.
Oh my fucking god. They can't help themselves. They can't fucking help themselves. Austin, I don't even know what I can add to any of this. This front half has just been a roller coaster of spiritual torment. I feel
Yeah.
nothing.
I think it's actually most appropriate that I ended on that Dustin Reynolds thing because I feel like I need Jesus right now.
Yeah, and you're turning to the Fed and you're saying, "Eat me."
Yeah, so we're going to watch the August 17th episode of Raw tonight.
Cool.
Now, they didn't announce this on the show, but I want to give you a taste of what we're going to get this week.
Oh no.
I thought I debated back and forth about whether or not I was going to let you find out about this or if I should just tell you what I knew.
Oh boy.
Because need to check some notes here on something here. Get some dates
Being
correct.
kept in terrible, terrible suspense. My soul is currently burning.
Okay. The August 17th, 1998 episode of Raw was also in the middle of a certain presidential scandal. And so, guess what, folks?
No.
We got
No.
Bill Clinton. We got commentary tonight about the Bill Clinton Monica Lewinsky bit with Bill Clinton himself. Wink, wink.
Oh my god. Wait. Fuck. If this is when the Clinton scandal is currently happening, DX hasn't done their fucking like address to the nation yet. They're like
Yeah, they
really
have.
Wait, don't they make a Bill Clinton like controversy reference during that?
They do because he says that he's he's about the oral office.
Yes.
But no, I mean, this was an ongoing scandal throughout 96, 97, and 98.
Okay.
So this was an active issue. But they apparently, Bill Clinton will be calling in to Raw tonight to give an address.
Oh boy.
Regarding his testimony before Kenneth's, because Raw was going up against Bill Clinton's defense before Kenneth Starr's grand jury about whether he did or did not have sexual relations with that woman. And Raw is going to get the president on the phone to get the scoop.
They're going to get that exclusive scoop. Obviously, Vince Russo is hiding subliminal messages that say, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, please hire me. I'm begging you. Backwards in the middle of whatever this dumb fuck skit is about to be. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I hate everything. I hate wrestling.
90s WWF
life.
Loved Bill Clinton impersonating.
Fuck. I wonder if they're going to get that one chick that's famous for impersonating Hillary. I wonder if they ever get her on.
I don't think so because every time they bring in the Bill Clinton impersonator, they play into the idea he's a womanizer. So they never have
but
Hillary.
You don't ever have like
Hillary.
Really? No. Vince Russo never had Hillary show up to be like, I don't know, a shrill harpy nag.
No, if you wanted Hillary,
adultery.
No, if you want Hillary Clinton heat, you need to turn to Jim Cornette's SMW. Because Smoky Mountain.
Oh fuck.
Because
that's still happening in 98?
No, of course it's not. But in 94, or around when that was a thing, when Sunny, remember her, Sunny?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Well, she debuted in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and her gimmick was, I want to be a good, proper woman, just like Hillary Clinton.
Boo! 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 See, here's the thing. I also don't like Hillary Clinton, but
not for the same reasons they did.
Normal reasons for not liking her. And not because I don't know, women make me mad or something.
I hate working women.
I hate working through.
So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get that in there. Is that we are going to have Bill Clinton calling into Raw to give the scoop about what he's going to say before Kenneth Starr.
That's so exciting. I can't wait to catch the exclusive scoop. Please ignore the noose that I'm currently tying. It has nothing to do with anything.
So, David, have we talked about enough Attitude Era shenanigans yet in the front half here?
We talked about enough Attitude Era shenanigans for an entire lifetime after our very first Attitude Era episode ever, Austin.
And we haven't even done beaver cleavage. Anyway, if you'd like to watch along with us, you can do so at Peacock, NBC Universal streaming service where WWE licenses their content.
Cleavage, I will kill you. I will come to your house and I will slit your throat in your sleep.
I don't know why you think I would never. I don't know why you believe that I wouldn't eventually have us do beaver cleavage.
Because some things are sacred, Austin. Also, why the fuck are you saying that like we'd make beaver cleavage an entire arc? Don't say that. Don't ever.
No,
say
it's
that.
only really one episode worth of stupid. We don't need to do more stupid. It's fine. The guy who played beaver cleavage would then play Chaz, whose gimmick was he beats his girlfriend and everyone hates him for it.
Oh, great. Oh, that's so much better. Fuck me.
Yeah, mommy incest wasn't so bad now was it?
My man's just going on a whole trope of like my Vince McMahon sent that man on a personal journey of Vince's barely disguised fetishes.
Anywho, Peacock, right? So tonight, we'll be back in the back half to discuss the August 17th, 1998 episode of Monday Night Raw. And we are back. We have finished the August 17th, 1998 episode of Monday Night Raw. And last time we were here, I started with a whole speech about how I don't like the Attitude Era. And it feels like that was premature because this week was somehow worse.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Last week your speech on that was like measured. Like you were angry, sure, but it was still controlled. I feel like if you tried to make that speech now, it would just be the sound of rabies coming out of your mouth.
This show
It would
sucks.
it would be the promo that fucking Ken Shamrock cuts about halfway through this.
Ah!
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
This show was so bad. It was 90 minutes of barely anything
This
worth.
random ass August 17th ass episode of Raw is maybe one of the worst single episodes of WWE television we have ever watched for
It's gotta be at
podcast.
it's gotta be near the bottom.
If not the very bottom, it's like bottom 5. It's gotta be, right? Like this was just awful, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad.
There is one thing on this show that I will unequivocally say I liked.
I don't even know if I can go that far. There are shades of things that I liked.
So
look, you know what? Let me just preface everything by saying this. Audience. The Brawl for All was the highlight of this fucking episode. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Brawl for All didn't make me mad. I'm just checked out. I'm just so checked out of the Brawl for All that I'm just neutral on it.
I'm just here for the memes at this point, and the memes were fucking delivering. Okay, that's fine. I didn't give a shit. It was fine. Fuck.
Next week is the fucking Brawl for All finals, and I'm ready to move on.
I'm so ready. I can't believe you did this to us. Well, I did this to us, but you.
This is my worst decision yet.
Yeah.
In terms of arc selection. This
Once
is it.
again, Austin reaping what he has sown.
But I've never had to reap this hard.
I feel like you reaped pretty fucking hard on Katie Vick.
You see, I guess, but there's
Actually,
almost...
never mind. You took kind of a weird, perverse glee throughout Katie Vick. I have to say.
With Katie Vick, I took a lot of an angle of like, this is actually so stupid that it circles its way back around to being funny to me. Like,
especially watching me suffer through it and just lose my mind.
Yeah,
yes.
But like the entire ridiculousness of Kane going to high school and having a girlfriend and crashing a car, and
one of Austin's fanfics gone wrong was the
2 weeks of Triple H playing with a mannequin.
Yeah.
Like,
and also to find out that
it all ends with it just being a build-in to the next Shawn versus Triple H match.
Because what it was supposed to be a build-in to couldn't come to fruition because Vince McMahon was too fucking incompetent about knowing who worked for him.
And that was also when, like, Shawn Michaels faked being in a wheelchair so that he could do a dramatic rise up that he no longer needed the wheelchair. Like,
the super kick to the fucking right to Triple H's chin right there. My man went boom, and it was great, and then we rode off to the sunset and never had to think about Katie Vick again.
Like, the Katie Vick angle ends with Shawn Michaels doing his shitty dancing on top of a coffin.
Yeah, you know what? That was fine.
Like,
that was ultimately fine.
This arc has had so little for me to, like, laugh at.
It's just the same wheels spinning the entire fucking time. This feels like an eternity, Austin. It feels like they spent a year mired in these nothing fucking storylines.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Cold open. Stone Cold.
We have a cold open to Raw. That's new.
Yeah, we're trying things out here. Yeah. But it's Stone Cold trying to beat down Vince's door.
Yes.
Open the door, you little baby. Open the damn door, Vince.
Which, same. Also, it's very funny. We're watching this the same week that Dynamite had a very similar shot of, like, Tony Khan's executive office door, like the nameplate and everything, and the wrestlers trying to, like, fucking get in there.
What did you say?
It's like poetry. That was so good, dude. That was Tony. You know what? I have stood adamant on my wish that Tony Khan never ever make himself a character on AEW TV, especially as, like, a heel owner. But I gotta say, Angie Tony through the door, beautiful little touch.
Yeah, so back to
maybe there's
Raw,
something there.
Austin says that Vince has 60 seconds to get his ass to the ring, and he's timing it.
Wait. Before we dive into the episode proper, Austin, I have a new segment that I wish to bring forward to the court. I have determined mathematically that during the Attitude Era, there is, on average, an approximate metric fuck ton of signs at each single episode.
Many signs. I understand that's a controversial opinion. I understand. And, like, I get why most people think that is because it's a cool visual from a TV watching perspective. But I can't help but, like, I prefer, even though I obviously watch wrestling more than I go to wrestling, I prefer going to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can think of when I see that many signs, especially the fact that so many of them are not nearly as funny as they think they are,
true,
is I can't help but think about what that experience would be like as a live viewer of wrestling.
Yes,
and it would be fucking miserable.
Yeah,
so quite frankly, thank you, smartphones, for killing the sign game.
The smartphones killed the sign game?
Well, I guess it happened at the same time. The smartphones killed the flash photography. That's a little bit more disappointing.
That's true.
But it all kind of wrapped up at the same time, right? Like it stopped it stopped being cool to bring signs to the shows all the goddamn time. The
I
same.
mean, I don't know.
I guess
Cool.
I guess the Attitude Era in general, when that died, it kind of died with Signs. Signs kind of died with it in this like.
Yeah,
When it
now
stopped being
if
the
there's a
it
sign at a show, it's top tier shit, okay?
Yeah. Like I think that the Attitude Era bred a kind of casual fan that is only there to get drunk and get themselves on TV with their shitty signs.
Guarantee that these motherfuckers did not watch the shows that they went to live. Guarantee it. They couldn't have. There were too many goddamn signs.
Yes, so this has been my crusade against signs because there's too damn many of them.
Well, I'm sorry to say that this whole segment is all about all of the signs. It is here to concentrate all of the signs into one singular segment. A nice full dose of signage just for you, right into your veins. Because, you know, I could pop up throughout the episode and be like, this sign, that sign. But I feel like it's more effective if I just kind of collect them all at once. So, I invite you all, co-host and dear listener and viewer, to the first ever installment of David's Sign Sidebar. So, highlights from the signage on the August 17th, 1998 episode of Raw. Golga 316? I'm sorry, what? First of all, fuck that. There's someone in the crowd who just has a fucking ECW sign for some reason.
They're not in Philadelphia till next week, idiot.
Very geographically confused, these raw goers. There is absolutely no hope for the kid with the puke on me draws sign. Wherever he is 30 years later, I guarantee you it's nowhere good. LOL.
I hope he is in jail. I hope that's where he's at.
I don't believe in the First Amendment. I believe if you take a puke on me draw sign to Raw, your ass gets carted to jail for life.
Oh no! What I mean by that is, if you're the kind of person who takes a puke on me draw sign to life, I already just assume that you're a degenerate that is going to be in prison in the future.
Which way, Western man?
Yeah.
LOL at the dumbass having his Al 316 sign upside down. I assume it was Al himself. You know, it could be referring to Al Snow, but I choose to just believe the dude was named Al. Al, you're a fucking dumbass. That's a message from 30 years in the future. Bet you never thought you'd get that, dumbass.
Yeah.
All right. The MVP of David's Sign Sidebar this week. I can't make heads or tails of this. So, as we're going into the opening segment, to set the scene, Stone Cold Steve Austin has pulled up to the arena in a hearse, which I desperately want to believe is either Paul Bearer or the Undertaker's car that he hotwired. And he's walking to the ring, the glass is shattered, whoop-de-doo. And they zoom in on this one fine young lady, who is holding up a very wordy sign, mucho texto, and the text isn't terribly thick, but they zoom in close enough that you're able to make out what it says. Oh
boy.
So, on this sign, just a white sign with black Sharpie text on it. Again, not terribly thick. She's cramming a lot of shit on here. So, I need to take this as it's formatted. Up in the top, the top of the page, top left. 316 is in all caps. 316 is dangerous venom. ... The next line, indented all the way to practically be right aligned in all caps. Undertaker. The next line, left aligned again. In all caps, the rattlesnake. It's the rattlesnake, but halfway through snake, the letters shift to being lowercase. The rattlesnake. Next line, left aligned, that's capital I, lowercase s, recoiling, all caps, to uppercase T, lowercase o. Next line, left aligned. Strike back. Dot 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 dot. And strike back again. Only the first letters in those are capitalized. Dot 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 dot. Exclamation.
This sounds like it was written like a ransom note.
You know, I was going to call it postmodern poetry, but really, in this day and age, what's the difference half the time?
Oh, boy. Okay.
What the fuck was that?
You didn't even manage to name either of the two signs I noticed. So, you know
Yeah,
what?
this is how bad it is.
So, okay, I know that JR is trying to do like quick intro while Austin is coming out. He mentions that Sable.
Oh, I have a note about JR's quick intro here. So he talks about how Stone Cold was trying in the cold open to get into Mr. McMahon's dressing room. Why the fucking kayfabe is it his dressing room and not his office? And I know this was a deliberate wording choice because JR started to say office and then fucking corrected himself. Why is it a dressing room?
I gotta be like one of the boys. I gotta have a dressing room.
One of the boys. I'm a very manly owner. I have a dressing room. Like all the men in the back.
Like all the wrestlers. I'm like a wrestler. Dad! I'm a wrestler now, Dad!
Are you proud of me now, Daddy?
Anyway, I make note that apparently Sable and Jacqueline are going to arm wrestle later, and good God, that's going to happen later.
Mm-hmm.
So Stone Cold walks out.
Yeah.
He stomps to the ring. Vince, I told you at 30 seconds to get your ass out here. And he goes, and he's like, I have 23 more beers.
Yeah.
And I am going to drink all of them until you get out here.
Yeah. He literally gives Vince McMahon a minute to get out here, or else he's just going to get belligerently drunk in the middle of the ring. Which, you know what? That would have been a way more fucking entertaining episode than what we ended up watching. Yeah. Also, as he says this, we get a shot of empty beer cans trailing from the hearse that he was driving. My man is clearly out here, driving while intoxicated. That's great. Great example for the kids.
That's not even the stupidest DUI
on
this episode.
Oh, I'm aware. Also, I realize he's allowed to call Mr. McMahon Vince on TV. He's like the only one that can do that. Mm-hmm. That's neat.
Well, Vince isn't going to tell him no.
True.
So, Vince, as Austin's about to be like, security, get me another beer. And Pat Patterson walks out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're a pathetic excuse for Mr. McMahon, I'll tell you that right now.
True.
And then out comes Gerald Briscoe, and I snorted at this, as he's like, now I believe there's got to be a jackass behind curtain number three. Now come on down, and then out comes Sergeant Slaughter.
That was a cute line. I believe there's got to be a jackass behind curtain number 3 was a good line. Austin, Commissioner Slaughter.
I'm not acknowledging his position of authority.
Commissioner Slaughter? That's his actual name.
I refuse to acknowledge his fake position of authority. I will instead only acknowledge his fake military rank.
Yes, much more dignified. Thank you very much.
And then Vince McMahon comes out.
Mr. McMahon, who, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be on AOL Live this Thursday. 8 p.m.
I was dying.
What?
On AOL Live answering your questions.
Yeah, just imagine being in a chat room with Vince fucking McMahon. I want to see Vince McMahon's Reddit AMA, okay?
Oh, boy. It's a shame that Reddit wasn't a thing in 1998 for Vince to do Reddit AMAs.
Hey, Vince, you think your father would be proud of you? I think Daddy's very proud of me.
He would ignore that question.
Anyway.
And then, as Vince is getting into the ring, he pulls the ropes down to get in. And as he's bending over to get in, Val goes, well, hell, you might as well kiss Vince's ass while he's bent over like that.
I think I heard them make a reference to the Kiss My Ass Club when he said that. I can't remember on commentary.
That wasn't a thing yet.
Okay. Also,
that was the thing post invasion.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
shit!
when
I
he,
thought
that's
it
when
was
he
like
did that
still.
bit.
Okay.
No.
Also, okay. So something I noticed from Lawler, maybe he's done it before and I've just missed it, but this is the first ever time I've noticed it. Lawler in this episode is like bursting with laughter in the same way that I do.
He thought a lot of stuff was funny tonight.
Yeah, but like he had some moments where he just didn't let out a single like ha, and I'm like, fuck, that's what I do. Fuck, I have something in common with Jerry Lawler. No, I hate you.
So if Austin is like, well, I bet you're happy Undertaker and I aren't tag champs anymore. I bet that puts a smile on your face.
and Vince is like, not really.
Not really, no.
Yeah, no.
Now,
No.
Austin is
What?
fine.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it. Austin is fine with it, though, because it means that he and Undertaker are no longer bound together.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's fine because he don't trust anybody. And now he doesn't have to tag in and clean up Undertaker's mess anymore.
Yeah,
and Undertaker, you say I pissed you off? Well, Stone Cold was born pissed off.
Doesn't he get like actually bleeped out at some point during this promo?
He gets bleeped out somewhere in that line I just said.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, they actually had like, I don't know, a fucking censor bleep in this on this live broadcast. I don't think I've ever heard that.
I laughed at this line. I almost feel bad at myself for thinking this was funny.
Oh, no.
But he goes, you said I had 1 foot already in the grave. What I'm going to do in this ring tonight, I'm going to pull that foot out of the grave and put it in your ass.
Yeah. This was the line that got me to say, Jesus Christ, this is such a generic promo, because it's just Austin finding a way to like take the topic at hand and turn it into something being shoved up somebody's ass. He just seems to really have a fascination with putting things up people's asses. He should get that examined.
Yeah, Austin promises that he's gonna. The Rock will one day constantly talk about turning stuff sideways and sticking it up people's asses. If we want to talk about anal fascination,
specifically candy asses, which that's a hell of a kink right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Anywho, Austin said basically is like he's gonna beat Undertaker up in the ring. He's gonna throw him in that hearse he drove to the ring over there, and if Vince gets in the way, he will just also throw Vince in the hearse.
Vince and the rest of the suits too.
And then he'll drive all three of them down the highway to hell. Get it? At 110 miles per hour. And that's all I got to say, you sorry son of a bitch. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
And again, the running through of every single pop line just stuffed in at the end. Okay, no creativity. But yeah, wants to drive them down the highway to hell at 110. I feel like between this and the drunk driving, my man's just really itching for some vehicular felonies to commit.
This is bad. Vince is pissed off at all this. Stone Cold flips off Vince while Gerald Briscoe gets in between them so nobody fights or anything.
I also want to give a shout out to, usually when I shout out this guy, he's a completely kayfabe character, figment of my imagination, but this time it's real. Shout out to whatever poor beleaguered sound guy was in charge of cutting off because Stone Cold hits his last line and he fucking tosses the mic up into the air and we don't hear it hit afterwards. So shout out to whatever fucking beleaguered sound guy had to be like at the ready to cut off that mic before it hit the ring mat and went boom.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So Stone Cold leaves after that. And then we get the first match of the night. Ken Shamrock versus Dan Severn versus Owen Hart. And
it's also at this point that we get it revealed that Lawler's going to be hosting.
Oh, no, hold on a minute. Before we get to that. I would like to say up front that I heard this was announced and I'm like, oh yeah, all right. Where this is going to be a good match. This is going to be exciting. We're going to pay off all this feuding they've been doing up to this point.
This was one of the better ones of the night. I will say that.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So Jerry Lawler said that he is going to get a statement from the White House tonight. They're going to scoop CNN. They're going to scoop everybody. Because again, I said this in the front half, but to reiterate, August 17th, 1998, the Raw was running again, was having to run at the same time as Bill Clinton testifying before Kenneth Starr's grand jury regarding, getting impeached over his affair with Monica Lewinsky. So Raw decides that it's time for some Bill Clinton impersonating jokes tonight.
Well, yeah, of course, because Vince Russo grinds his teeth at the thought of anything at all usurping them in the ratings, even if it's very important national news.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, fuck it. Let's just make jokes about it and pull some dipshits in that way.
Yeah, so this is the way they handled that.
Also, one more sign that I missed. Shout out to the kid who's right behind commentary with his fucking pager number and is like, you better page me or else. I don't know, something like that.
Or else.
Like, why? It was some like stone cold ass, like, or else threat. I can't fucking remember. What is up with people giving out their fucking pager numbers on Raw in the Attitude Era? Are these motherfuckers just that lonely? Like, what is happening?
Yes,
actually, yeah.
By the way, I wanted to look this up. Is what were the ratings for this show and Nitro due to how was the show affected by the Bill Clinton testimony? Since we're talking about it.
Yes.
Raw drew a 4.2. This is down from a 4.5 the week before and down from the 4.7 they will get next week.
Okay.
Nitro got a 4.9.
Yo!
Up from the last week of 4.6, but down from what they will get the next week at a 5.2.
Vince Russo, everybody. Booking genius. He's sure getting those ratings back with a Bill Clinton impersonator.
Yeah, I wish I knew what was happening here because, like, we have crossed the threshold of when, like, we watched the episode of the April 13th, 98 Raw, the first time that Raw beat Nitro in 82 weeks or whatever.
Yes.
After that, though, Raw kind of dominates that win-loss column here. That Raw basically goes nigh unbeaten, rarely beaten from April to July. And then here from August 10th to August 24th, Nitro wins 3 weeks in a row. Then then Nitro goes unopposed for 2 weeks. And then Nitro wins again on September 14th. And then after that, it becomes like Nitro gets 2 more victories on September 28th and October 26th. And then they will never beat Raw again.
That's horrifyingly depressing.
So I'm like, why? Why was August 98 hot? Was Jay Leno really drawn for Nitro in 98?
I mean, probably. I don't know.
Actually, that's
fuck else they got going for him.
That's a good question, actually.
Time out, he calls.
I need to do some checking here. When was the Goldberg Hulk Hogan match, actually?
Oh, there you go.
That was June 7th. Okay. But they are building to, because Bash at the Beach is in July. I'm very confused now because Bash at the Beach 98 is the infamous pay-per-view that was main evented by Hollywood Hogan. Oh no, oh my God, this is Jay Leno.
God. Yes.
The Beach is Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus DDP and Karl Malone. That's when they did the NBA stuff. But Road Wild on August 8th is when Diamond Dallas Page and Jay fucking Leno beat Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the main event of Road Wild.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
So that post Jay Leno bump for Nitro.
Jay Leno draws. Jay Leno draws.
Okay, now that we've got that settled.
Oh my
Point
God.
being, now that we've settled the rating stuff for the night, let's get back to the match here. So I was like, okay, let's go. Shamrock and Severn have the stare off as they go to commercial.
Also, Severn's from fucking Michigan. That's interesting. Did not know that. Also, I think I saw okay, Severn walks to the ring and he has like a water bottle in his hand. It looks like he like pops a pill in his mouth and swallows it down on his way to the ring. I choose to believe that it's an antihistamine. He's allergic to shamrocks. Achoo.
It is honestly amazing to me, like how long Dan Severn stays with this company, because like Dan Severn
When he has fuck all to do.
Well, it's not that. It's that like Dan Severn has always been a bit of a trying to be a family appropriate person. Like the reason he was like, as an example, he was the NWA champion when TNA started, and they stripped him of the belt because he didn't want to work at a place called TNA.
Oh my God.
So they're like, whatever, we'll just strip you of the belt and crown somebody else. So he's never been super comfortable with like the raunchier sides of wrestling. So it's amazing to me he sticks out the Attitude Era as long as he does.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
Now he stays way the fuck away from anything even remotely controversial.
My man is here for serious business, TM, and it's why he could never fucking get over in the era.
Absolutely nobody cared.
But it's also why I don't like hate him as much as I hate a lot of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Anyway, as Owen Hart comes out, we get some dude in the crowd with a sign. You can't read it, but he is dressed like the Jason Sensation Owen Hart parody.
Oh, is that what that was? I just thought it was an extremely low-res Owen cosplay.
No, it's like how Jason Sensation did it. Like Jason Sensation's Owen Hart dressed in like yellow road tape.
Yeah, he's got a black singlet and just like caution tape wrapped around.
Yeah, it's caution.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm here for the extremely niche cosplay. That was great.
So Owen gets in the ring and immediately starts fighting with Ken Shamrock.
Also, the Nation just backs the fuck up from ringside.
The officials shoo them off.
Oh, okay.
Like you can see Slaughter and the refs in there.
Okay, I missed
tell him to get away. And then Dan Severn stands in a corner. He is going to stand in the corner and do nothing for basically the entire match.
It's ostensibly a triple threat match, yeah, but Severn is still, for some reason, here being fair and balanced. TMC and R.
This might by default be the worst triple threat match ever.
Because it's not. Because
the third guy doesn't do shit.
Yeah, what? Why is he still doing this?
Well, apparently he's waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah.
But he just stands there and he is so bad. Dan Severn has a real problem of not having a lot of stage presence as a performer. Like he's a real badass. And in the world of shoot fighting, like watch the fuck out for this guy. But he's in performance fighting now and he's not good at that.
I will say, I did feel his brooding a little bit. There were also times where I just completely fucking forgot he was there. But he did at least kind of have like the brooding like thing down. Now, again, that said, I'm fucking confused as to why he's still brooding and where this whole like I'm gonna be like the enlightened centrist between Owen and Shamrock shit comes from.
It's all just building to a shitty swerve. But anyway, Owen Hart gets Shamrock in the corner, starts punching him down. He's like, "Who is a nugget now?" He's really in on the nugget.
I can't tell if Owen's like really eating this up like out of kayfabe or if he just fucking hates his life doing this. I cannot tell.
No idea
what the energy is there.
So like Shamrock and Owen kind of go back and forth. Highlight of the match is Ken Shamrock does a Hurricane Rana, which is like he is as big bad MMA dude, you don't really think of those guys doing Hurricane
Doing
Ranas,
Ranas, yeah.
like head scissor takedowns, because that's lucha shit. And so it's really dope when he just whips one out with no problem.
I'll give it to dudes like Shamrock and Severn. They are athletically quite gifted. I've said this before, and as much as I find especially Ken Shamrock to be
An extremely boring fucking character.
I really do find myself impressed with his work when he is in the ring.
Mm-hmm. So he does a belly-to-belly suplex to Owen Hart, as Severn does break up this pin. Like, this is when he does the first thing he does in the whole fucking match is he breaks up this pin. Shamrock the suit is pissed, of course.
Of course.
And then Owen gets a German suplex to Shamrock, and we are right the fuck back to Severn doing nothing. Drop kick to Shamrock. Owen sets up for the sharpshooter. Shamrock kicks him off. Shamrock gets an armbar takedown. He goes immediately to the ankle lock. And as Ken Shamrock is putting Owen in the ankle lock, Dan Severn casually just walks up to Shamrock and puts him in a chokehold.
Dude.
Samoa Joe, Dan Severn is not.
I will say I thought the choke out looked pretty all right.
It was just very casual in the way he's just like, oh, all right, guess you're then.
Yeah.
Like,
you know.
Again, like I said, not a lot of physical charisma with this
fighter.
guy.
Yeah.
So Dan Severn has Ken Shamrock in this chokehold. Owen starts stomping at Shamrock, and then apparently the bell just rings, and I guess Shamrock has passed out or tapped out or something.
It did, to be fair, looked like Shamrock was made to pass out by Severn's chokehold.
Severn wins, and Owen keeps attacking Shamrock. Steve Blackman, the lethal weapon, is here. As a reminder, he is injured because he can't. That's why he did drop out of the Brawl for All.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's also at this point that I realize I cannot tell Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock apart all that well. Like,
oof.
The epitome of generic, slightly beefy white dude is on with crew cut is on full fucking display.
I guess the easiest way to do it is Steve Blackman always wears long pants, and Ken Shamrock is pretty much always in shorts.
I guess, like, I ultimately can tell them apart, but like, Jesus Christ, I looked at Blackman and I'm like, I swear to God, I've looked at this man before and thought he was Ken Shamrock.
Probably.
I was like, oh fuck.
Anyway, Steve Blackman is here to beat the shit out of Owen, and at this point, Severn releases the hold on Shamrock, and they're talking up about how Blackman is bros with Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn. He is like the mutual friend between.
Yeah, he's the true, like, fair and balanced, enlightened centrist here.
And then Dan Severn chokes out Steve Blackman as well.
Yes.
And Owen starts beating the shit out of Steve Blackman. All the officials have run in to try to get Severn to let go. Dan Severn and Owen Hart leave and they high five each other. Are they in cahoots?
Luckily, they don't say that. They do not say cahoots.
But that is what I put in the notes because we're in a cahoots in season.
Oh my God. Yeah. Dan Severn's out here wanting to become the nation's second token white guy. You know, yeah. I guess he thought Owen was getting a pretty solid deal.
Yeah. So the officials help Shamrock up, and Shamrock all shoves him away, and he's like a caged animal. He's like ready to pounce.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
There's something on commentary about Blackman wants to fight Shamrock or the other way around. I don't know. Like I said, they're both fucking generic white guys. I can't really. Okay. Also, Ken Shamrock starts threatening Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes, as
reasons.
Slaughter is down. Like, it's just because he's still rearing to fight. Like
yeah.
One of his early gimmicks was he would like beat the shit out of referees, like constantly. So like he is always down to beat up officials. So, but he is like, don't let me come down there and knock 50 pounds off your ass.
And yeah, fuck you. That he's the face in this scenario.
Yes, but Slaughter is fat and he's a heel, so it's okay to make fun of him. That's obvious. Anyway, Shamrock like gets in Slaughter's face and keeps threatening him all the way up the ramp as we cut to the end of the segment. And now it's time for the Brawl for All. The Godfather versus Bart Gunn. But fuck all of that. We got Bill Clinton on the line.
They have the Bill Clinton impersonator during the fucking Brawl for All segment. This show hates me. This show wants me to die.
They use the Bill Clinton thing to prop up shitty segments.
Again, I have a whole rule of 3 about this. All right.
Yeah. All right.
I thought, Austin, my foolishness, this was going to be the only one. So I'm like, oh, we're talking to Bill Clinton. It's just going to be a segment. I'm like, all right.
Why would you believe that?
Because the way you framed it made it sound like it was just going to be a segment. Also, I would pay money. I would bet money on the fucking Bill Clinton impersonator just being fucking Jason Sensation. I would bet fucking either that
hilarious.
Either that or like based on the voice, they were maybe able to snag Daryl Hammond from over at SNL. It's one of those two. I guarantee fucking to you.
I mean, they've used Bill Clinton impersonators before. I just kind of assumed it was one of the same dudes they've hired before for this stupid shit.
Oh, well, fucking whatever. It's not a hard voice to do. I guess
it's not. It's really not, and that's why I took extensive notes on the Bill Clinton shit so that I can try my best to do some Bill Clinton voicing.
I hate you.
Anyway,
all right. Yeah, what do you got for me, Austin?
So there, the button. Let's be clear. The Godfather is coming out with his hose when this is
the early vestiges of the hoe train, the hoe caboose, as it were, right
caboose.
Now. Yeah,
the whole caboose.
The hoe caboose. The hoe caboose. Yes.
Anyway, so Lawler is freaking out. He's got Clinton. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to watch Raw, man. I want to watch these babes the Godfather's got, man. I bet they'd make great interns. And here we go. And I mean, Bill Clinton says he loves Raw. He loves it Raw. Even Monica knows that. Yep. All right. So Bill Clinton, they're like, all right, thanks, Bill. Talk to you later.
That I was like, oh no, that was way too quick to be the only time we get this in this episode.
Anyway, so it's Brawl for All time.
What was that call? What anything?
And Godfather. Okay. This is
Godfather.
Good. This is good setup and payoff, David. They've set up for a couple of weeks, and the Godfather offers his hose to his opponent so to forfeit the match. And then tonight, the Godfather's like, normally I'd offer you a night with my hose, but you know what? Not tonight, brother, because I'm just gonna kick your ass.
What are they working this? I know it's not actually working it because Godfather is not risking losing this fight and actually like having to do an angle where fucking Bart Gunn walks off with one of the hoes. I
mean, the absolute funniest way the Brawl for All could have ended is the Godfather versus Bradshaw. Godfather offers the hose. Bradshaw accepts, and Godfather wins the
Why are they working this? Why are they working this? This is supposed to be the only shoot part of this fight. I hate this.
Well, they've quickly realized that this is boring and shitty.
Yeah.
And the only recompense has really been that the crowd has stopped booing this so hard.
Yeah.
And I would like to think of this as Vince McMahon's first lesson that if you present a shitty thing long enough, eventually the crowd will get tired. You will always be able to outlast the crowd booing what you want.
So really, the relative success of the Brawl for All is what we have to blame for Roman Reigns' titles.
Yes. If you look, the domino effect of the crowd tiring themselves out from booing the Brawl for All. At the bottom of the domino, the big domino is Roman Reigns being pushed poorly for half a decade.
You know, Austin, this is where my noobishness shows in contrast to the wisdom of your knockoutishness. Cause I sit here on this show and I hear you say these statements that sound and should be absolute crackpot, except they just keep being right. They just keep feeling like expert fucking analysis. I don't know how you do it, but like the Brawl for All is the first domino to Roman Reigns having shitty overlong title runs is a deeply unhinged thing to say, but I can't refute that. I cannot I don't know how the fuck I stand in awe of your wisdom, oh great one.
Yeah, so they give a tail of the tape because I guess we're trying to make this look legit or whatever.
Yeah, also there are point deductions now.
Are there? I wasn't even
Yeah.
I was barely.
Yeah,
listening.
yeah. Now it's a thing. Like, if you don't break the hold within 8 seconds, there will be a 5-point reduction in your score. The poor WWF refs having to learn a whole new rule set for the Brawl for All every single week.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. First round they kind of punch at each other, but nobody like hits that, and there's no big hits.
Well, apparently
really
Godfather
here.
and Bart both legitimately have boxing backgrounds.
Yeah.
least
So
according to
neither of them
Brawl.
neither of them fight like idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, they both
And-
have decent form. It's from my limited
Yeah,
knowledge
and
of boxing.
It feels like 2 rounds deep in the Brawl for All now that like everyone both understands that 1, this is stupid and nobody cares. And 2, so many people have gotten injured doing this. So let's like not try to hurt each other that bad.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck. They went the fucking Vince Russo shot himself into a work with the Brawl for All because the boys went backstage and conspired about how to make this safer and better for everybody involved.
Yeah, so
JR clenching his teeth on commentary notes how Bart Gunn is known for his devastating knockout of Dr. Death Steve Williams. You can he's so mad.
He's still crying into his pillow
mad.
weeks later.
His Dr. Death Steve Williams waifu body pillow.
I don't want to think about that existing. So at the end of round 2, Bart Gunn is up 20-0, and I honestly don't even remember when he got 2 takedowns to be up 20-0. So great. Early into the 3rd round, they start swinging at each other. Bart Gunn hits a right hand to Godfather's fucking face, knocks him the fuck out.
Dude,
he
fucking murders Godfather. Motherfucker fell over like a goddamn Punch-Out enemy. Oh my god.
He got him square in the face, and Godfather collapsed.
This man fucking flops, okay? Holy shit. And this is how you know that JR was almost certainly actually fucking mad about Bart Gunn beating Dr. Death Steve Williams, because after he gets the dub, he goes up to the commentary booth and is in JR's face going like, now I demand respect from you. I demand. And JR's like, yeah, no problem, you got it. Yeah, of course. Like, you fucking know. You fucking know that JR went backstage, talked shit about Bart Gunn beating Dr. Death, and Bart Gunn caught wind of it, and this is fucking recompense. Oh my god. That was not a work. That was not planned. That looked so fucking real.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah. So we cut backstage, and Blackman and Shamrock are just destroying.
I'm gonna murder that. I'm gonna murder that bitch in his sleep. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm. Backstage, see Blackman and Ken Shamrock definitely just destroying shit.
They're just having some roid rage. You know how it is.
All right. Now, fucking finally. Well, not yet. We get the hint of this, and I was so excited about this.
Some good fucking match.
But first, we get Michael Cole, backstage correspondent, explaining that Dan Severn is going to be Owen's special trainer for his SummerSlam match against Ken Shamrock in a Lion's Den match. That is basically a MMA knockoff cage match. Like, they are literally going to put an octagon at the side of the stage and do an MMA match.
And they're selling separate tickets for it at a separate location during SummerSlam, which is
no,
so
no. It's gonna be at ring. It's like at the side of the stage at SummerSlam.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be at a I thought it was gonna be at a different fucking locale entirely. Because the way it sounded like they were advertising it was like you could buy tickets to a separate location and then watch the rest of SummerSlam on the Jumbotron.
I'm pretty sure they just stick the fucking cage somewhere in the staging area. Now I guess I need to check. Let's see what happened.
Swear to God, they said you can watch the rest of the broadcast.
Oh my God, it did!
You're right. What the fuck?
They do it in a separate theater in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's what it was. The theater area in MSG. What in the hell?
Which has been noted interesting before is because WWF has used that theater before for their MSG shows. They would after they sell out all the tickets to see the show, then they'll sell tickets to go watch it on the theater in Madison Square Garden.
Wow, that's just fucking flagrant.
But holy fuck, yeah, they're just gonna stick a fucking cage in the theater at Madison Square Garden, and then stupid marks can be there for one shot match, and then just watch.
And it's probably gonna be fucking stupid.
Yeah, like I said, it's a knockoff MMA cage.
I was wondering what the fuck Lion's Den meant.
Yeah, no, that's
because they're just like, oh, it's gonna be a pit. Well, gee golly willikers, fuck. I guess you could just put a wrestling match in a fucking pit. No, it's got MMA rules, I guess. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Anywho,
Michael,
but both men have left the building. Owen and Severn are gone.
Yes. And Michael Cole understands that after the next matchup, we will be joined by Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman for a special statement regarding the situation in Austin. This is the point in the episode where I assert my psychic abilities. Because I predicted, like the oracle that I am, that this statement would amount to essentially punch.
Yeah, I mean that's all Ken Shamrock promos, really.
I haven't seen enough Ken Shamrock promos to know that. I'm just that good.
Yeah. Anyway, third match, best fucking part of the whole.
Finally,
show.
Some good fucking match.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
fucking
coming up through a burning ring of fire.
Through the Gangrel Vader.
It's Gangrel.
Yes. This campy-ass vampire motherfucker is here to save the show from the depths of hell.
First of all, Gangrel. This guy dresses. Okay. In the pilot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there is an entire joke bit about how vampires have no fashion sense because they died decades ago. And Buffy can't sense vampires with her Slayer sense. She uses her knowledge of fashion sense to slay a vampire. All that to say, Gangrel dresses like a vampire that Buffy kills in the pilot of her TV show.
I don't know what you're talking about, Austin. My man Gangrel is wearing a hot couture, all right? That fucking white button-up frill shirt, give me 20, all right? I need it. Fucking good shit. Also, his theme and his entrance go kind of hard. Like, his music is fucking great. The entire arena's bathed in red. He's got this, like, slow, creepy approach. He's got a fucking goblet in his hand. With
a liquid of some sort in there, I guess. I don't know what the heck that is.
You know, blood-flavored Gatorade, as you do.
No, he comes up with a goblet of blood in his hands. He goes with a ring of fire, the dun, 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 dun. This is also going to be the Brood's music when they become a thing.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. So I see Gangrel, and I'm like, oh, shit. We've also been getting, like, fucking, brooding Christian, or brooding Edge, pardon me. Just all throughout this fucking arc. And I'm like, oh, are we like on the verge of Brood Edge shit? And sure enough, Edge is here, sitting with his legs dangling off the edge of the fucking balcony of this goddamn arena. It looked so unsafe, by the
It
way. Like,
did.
he wasn't behind a railing. My
It's
man was
I hope security was well placed so that nobody came to just try to push Edge off the balcony like a
yeah,
dick.
so he was just there watching, being like, that's so cool. You know, he's hoping Senpai noticed him.
Yeah, so as I joked about, with the commentary doesn't want to call him a vampire. He is extremely obviously a vampire. But they don't want to call him that.
Yeah,
Jerry
I wonder
Lawler
why.
called Gangrel some kind of animal, and he's like, "Look at the fangs, JR." And then he drinks the goblet of blood, and JR goes, "Well, it seems he's empowered whenever he drinks that liquid, whatever the heck it is."
I certainly don't want to know what it is.
Like, I don't get it. I don't know why they can just say he's a fucking vampire.
Like, maybe they think it's too goofy, but also no.
Sure. Doing the entire bit as an obvious vampire is fine, but acknowledging that we're doing a vampire bit, that's goofy.
I don't know. This was the time of Buffy, you know. It could be that fucking, I don't know, actually saying vampire appeals to girls or something. I don't fucking know.
I think they have an issue with the word blood. I think that is an issue, but you don't have to say blood to call him a vampire. Because I also know when they're going to do a gimmick, when they're going to start doing their gimmick of like dropping blood on people from the ceiling, they're going to be like, it's the red viscous fluid. They're not going to say it's a bloodbath. Because that's what it is. Yeah, it's weird and funny that they won't call him a vampire.
That's so weird.
Anyway, he's wrestling Brian Christopher, Jerry Lawler's shitty son, and he beats him with 2 moves.
Also, he's wrestling in the fucking frilly button-up. Oh my god! Yeah. And he drinks the blood and lets it drip all the fuck over his shirt like an icon. Claire would love this guy, I think.
I think she would as well.
This is absolutely an example of wrestling being gayer. So he beats, and this dumb fucking squash match against Jerry Lawler's dumb fucking son is one of the best parts of the night by a country ass mile.
Now that we've established Gangrel in this show, I feel like sometime we need to watch the episode of, I think, Sunday Night Heat, where they get to cut a promo and it completely derails the entire gimmick.
Oh my god,
because Gangrel is cool as shit until he opens his mouth. And then it's over.
It's so Jover.
It's Jover for sure.
Also, we've like never watched Heat. I would love to do that, actually. Okay, so hey, look, I was exactly right. The Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock promo turned out exactly how the fuck I predicted it. I couldn't understand a word that was being said, and also poor Michael Cole's interview set can't stay intact for a single episode to save his fucking life.
Yeah, so Shamrock's like, I better have 2 hospital beds for him because I'm gonna break every bone in their bodies.
Yes, like I said, he speaks. I think that was Greek. And then just wanders off.
And it's at this point they throw up a graphic. Don't worry, fans. We'll hear more from the president tonight. Bill Clinton. Well,
literally, I just have in my notes is Christ, more Clinton shit. Oh,
yeah.
God.
All right, we cut backstage to Michael Cole with DX getting ready for their no holds barred street fight with the Nation, and oh boy, do I have things to say about that. But
do too.
They don't even get to the interview because the Nation runs in and they just start brawling. Random brawling. Refs are breaking it up. Random brawling. Blah, blah, blah.
I will say, I did have a terrible realization that I ultimately can't be too mean to this feud. Because this is just like a more 90s version of like every single Blackpool Combat Club feud ever. And I eat that shit up. So on principle, I can't be too mean to this feud. Otherwise, I'm a massive fucking hypocrite.
I am kind of mad to 90% of BCC feuds, so I get to be mean to it and say this is lame.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. You know, we can't all have perfect taste like me. It's fine.
Hey.
No. Hey.
And then
Anyway.
fourth match of the show. By the way, if you're following the time code on Peacock, this match, the fourth on the show, is starting 35 minutes into the episode.
5 minutes in.
Anyway,
pacing.
and it is
Ow,
the
my neck.
Disciples of Apocalypse versus Scorpio and Farouk.
And Farouk.
And
honestly, good.
I welcomed Bill Clinton in this moment because otherwise I'd have to pay more attention to a DOA match.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. For me, it was, good. The Clinton shit during a fucking DOA match. I just want to die. So that's twice in a row they've inserted the Bill Clinton shit, which I hate, into shitty ass fucking segments that are the worst parts of the Attitude Era, which I hate. Kill me now.
This Jerry Lawler is wanting to get if Bill Clinton has any statements he wants to give to the nation before he's about to talk to Ken Starr. And I have the whole bit written down. To be fair to me, I didn't transcribe it. I found it online and copy pasted it. Jesus. I did not sit there and transcribe this. Okay. Let me just say to the American people, despite all the scandals and all the fooling around, my job is getting done. The economy is up, inflation is down, and there are more jobs. You see, people, the more I perform at play, the better I perform at work. I mean, the more I take old Mr. One Eye to the optometrist. For people who don't know, Mr. One Eye is a euphemism for penis.
For his dick. That one did take me a second. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
The more I take old Mr. One Eye to the optometrist, the better I can see America's future. Folks, the more I'm getting it on, the more I'm getting on. Thank you, and God bless America. What a great country.
I mean, at least, I don't know, they acknowledge that he's doing well with the economy. I don't fucking know.
But it's all an excuse for him to be like, I need to fuck more interns.
Death.
This is a necessary sacrifice, America.
I want to die. Please kill me. I'm begging you.
Honestly,
okay.
I thought this one was the best of the three. I think the third one's the worst, and I have a reason for that when we get to it.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, but this match is so worthless that not only are they doing the Clinton shit during it, but also they just keep cutting backstage.
And then not only do they cut to backstage brawling, they are having the match.
This match
and DX and Nation start brawling out by the ramp.
They just build to the outside during this match. No one gives a fuck. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool watching Farouk get a lukewarm tag. He's really jacked, which I haven't really fully noticed till now. That's neat. DOA does twin magic bullshit for the win. Fuck off.
Too Cold Scorpio hits a 450 splash. The ref is distracted with all the brawling, and then the DOA do a twin magic and get a roll-up cradle pin for the win. Womp womp.
God.
Oh
my god.
Meanwhile, DX and Nation are still brawling or whatever, and then the Undertaker is still not here in the building.
He's still not here. They just keep cutting backstage. It's not even anywhere interesting backstage. It's like the fucking back door to the arena.
Yeah, they're cutting to the stage door. If the Undertaker could walk in at any moment.
In this confused ass medium shot that's shot through a doorway looking at the glass doors leading to the outside. I don't care. Of course he's not going to be here yet. Oh my god.
In my nitpicky bullshit of the night. So they end the last segment with DX kind of walking up, backing Nation back up the ramp.
Yup.
Their match is next. Now, you'd think what they could do is just start the match with everybody in the ring because they're all already out here. Mm-hmm. You would be wrong. Mm-hmm. Both teams walk back up the stage, walk back behind the curtain, go back to gorilla position, and then come out to do their whole fucking entrance after commercial.
It's so dumb. Why did they book this that way?
It is
What?
Generation X versus the Nation of Domination in a 4v3 tag match, which I didn't even know that was a thing until I saw it. Everyone.
Is it a tag match? I thought it was a fucking street fight.
It's a street fight, anything goes, but I guess technically speaking, it's a tag match.
Fuck
But
off.
it's Triple H, the New Age Outlaws, and X-Pac versus The Rock, D'Lo Brown, and Mark Henry.
Cool.
Why did the Nation agree to a 4-on-3 match? What kind of fucking idiot books a 4-on-3 match where the baby faces have more men?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would get Triple H yelling at you in fucking my GM. Actually, fucking my GM prefers you have more baby faces than heels in multi-man matches.
Which is stupid.
Actually, this makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, so the Nation DX do their whole stupid fucking entrance. And then the Nation come out. DX starts to jump the Nation with fucking trash cans.
The concept of this match seemed hype. Like, I'm always down for a good street fight. They were in fighting position. Also, fuck, another sign that I missed. I gotta be, because I frantically, before we started, put my sign notes into their own separate category, and I missed a few. There's a sign that says event staff suck it. Fuck you to whoever that is, you fucking bitch. I hope the event staff all collectively kick your ass. Fuck off. Okay. Anyway, when DX makes their entrance, Triple H is doing the fucking to the thousands in attendance, to the millions watching at home. Let's get ready to suck it. The DX has a whole rehearsed bit that they've built up by this point. Billy Gunn is standing behind Triple H, his arms wrapped around, doing the fake arms things. And he's doing flight attendant hand motions toward Triple H's dick, while Jesse James puts a fucking bat at horizontal level with Triple H's crotch. Wrestling is super straight, and you're all super straight for watching it.
Right. So my note for here is, how do I even take notes on a match where everything is just somebody hits somebody else with a random object?
You don't. It's just madness.
They're just hitting people with shit. This is what people think who don't like ECW think ECW is. This right here.
Well, I'm sure this is a taste of what WWE's ECW looked like, to be fair.
Except no, it isn't, because their problem was they didn't do anything extreme at all.
Not in the slightest extreme. Okay, yes, I remember this now.
I wrote The Rock hits a people's elbow. That's neat.
Okay. No. This deserves to be notated. Okay, first of all, on commentary, we have it said to us that Triple H told China to stay in the back because of all the weapons. What? Since when is China some fucking ingenue who needs to be protected from the danger of all the weapons? Why isn't China out here? Okay, so yes, Rock doesn't just hit a people's elbow, okay? So Rock has Jesse James down center, laying down, on the mat, right in people's elbow position, and he places a fucking metal sheet tray on top of Jesse James's face, presumably to drop the people's elbow through the sheet metal onto Jesse James's face for extra impact. Except while Rock is running the ropes in preparation to hit the fucking people's elbow, he accidentally kicks the sheet metal off of fucking Jesse James's face. So he sets up for this spot and he fucks it up by running the ropes because he's got to be a whole showy jabroni about hitting the fucking people's elbow.
So,
oh my god!
Then I wrote, why is X-Pac versus Jeff Jarrett happening at SummerSlam?
That's a great question because I don't fucking know either.
So Jeff Jarrett just shows up. And he and Southern Justice start whooping X-Pac's ass.
Oh my god!
Jeff Jarrett makes a shitty attempt to cut X-Pac's hair with a clipper, and And Jeff Jarrett and Southern Justice clean house on DX so that the Nation can 3-on-1 Triple H inside the ring.
Trips, who by the way is fucking hard bleeding from the mouth, in a way that makes him look like the goddamn Joker too, which is also a funny parallel to what's going on
probably
AEW
happened
this week.
Hey, it probably happened when he got thrown face first into the ladder.
Yeah, probably.
So The Rock beats Triple H's ass with the ladder. Then he sets up the ladder under Triple H, and then The Rock just leaves. And apparently the match is over. The Rock's music hits. I guess the Nation wins. Fuck me.
This is fucking WWE 2K backstage brawl ass rules. At some point,
You're just knocked out and it's over.
Yeah, at some point they just determine that somebody has won it. What? Oh my fucking god! This match it had so much potential and
it had a ton of potential and
wasted it.
It was just an extension of the random brawling bullshit they did to build up to the match.
And once the Nation took over the match, they just stayed in control. There was
and they just won.
Spot. Yeah. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Oh
the
my
most
god.
Promising match on the show. A complete disappointment of shit.
They fucked the fuck up. The Gangrel squash was leagues better than this dumb horse shit.
And then, because the suffering isn't over, Tiger Ali Singh and Babu come out.
I think it's Abu.
No. JR said it wrong, and he was like Abu, Babu, whatever it was. It's
Babu.
Okay. Babu is the correct name.
I see JR is a big fan of Aladdin.
I also thought of that. But anyway, Tiger Ali Singh has noticed that all Americans are lazy, fat, and poor.
No, wait, fuck. I gotta look this up because I swear to God, I heard Tiger Ali Singh say Abu too. Hold the fuck up.
No, I know for sure. Then maybe he fucked it up, but
that would be really funny if he fucked up his own manservant's name.
But I know for a sure it's fucking Babu. Is the game?
Okay, yep, manservant named Babu. Yep.
Which, fun fact, is Tiger Ali Singh is Canadian of Indian descent. To be fair,
yeah. To be fair,
and Babu is from Ecuador.
Oh no, he's brown. Close enough. Fuck you.
Anyway, so Tiger Ali Singh has noticed that all of us Americans are lazy, fat, and in poor physical condition. Not like his people, the Indians. They're
Orients.
Apparently, even his manservant Babu stays in top physical condition, and we cut to a Babu training montage with a stereotypical Hindu music playing.
I did notice that Babu comes to the ring in like sweats, but also a turban and like the fucking curly shoes. Because
we
gotta push.
He's Indian. I don't know how to explain this to you.
Yeah, no, fuck, but at first I'm like, okay, so they're going for the whole like beleaguered manservant thing, who will, but no, they
absolutely will never.
Well, and also like they later paint this as Babu is totally into this actually. But fucking Tiger Ali Singh says that he had this whole training montage. Unfortunately, Babu has not found the time to wash or even bathe himself. Lawler on commentary goes, it's not that time of the month. What does that mean?
Oh, Jerry Lawler on that casual Indian racism.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, but point being that apparently after one whole day of working out, just the one, that Babu has built up enough grody ass toe jam that in fact Tiger Ali Singh will give anyone here $500 to lick the unwashed feet of Babu. And They get
We
some
cut
dude.
to the crowd. I want to point out, we cut to fucking children in the crowd raising their hands for this. Ah!
Okay, so they get some dude. He's in an Austin shirt. Jerry Lawler pipes up with, "Hey, can you imagine Asian toe jam? What does that smell like?"
Lawler's just literally being just. This is
just racism. This is just racism.
It is refreshing to hear him stop pretending for a moment and to just have confirmation that Jerry Lawler is just fucking racist. He just thinks brown people are smelly and bad.
You know, classic Indian stereotyping here of how smelly and gross Indian people are.
Oh my god, I hate.
No, they get this dude in the ring. Babu takes this.
I don't. Which he looks. This kid looks fucking young. I don't even know if they fucking age verified this motherfucker that they're gonna make lick Babu's feet, which is terrible.
And put some fake fucking I don't know what.
I don't know what
shit
was that.
It looked like lettuce from the angle that I paused my video
know.
at. It's not real toe jam, obviously.
It's not, of course.
It's fucking
not.
fake ass whatever. And this dude has absolutely no hesitation to lick the shit out of this.
Oh my god. The Lawler is so. This is peak art to Lawler. My man starts laughing so hard that he breaks into a coughing fit.
So this is foot fetishism.
Yet another new category of porn that you've made me watch for this fucking show, Austin. We got this one straight from Dan Schneider's personal fucking collection. God is dead. We have killed him with the Babu toe licking segment.
Yeah,
please end my suffering. Please, God.
The Tiger Ali Singh character is totally shit.
Do we get anything of note from him ever in his career aside from this?
Absolutely not.
Gross ass shit. How long does he even last?
Like a couple of years.
How? On what grounds?
I think he eventually stops doing this bit, but after that he basically never shows up. He's basically a jobber after this. So,
oh my god.
So I feel like this gimmick to give some actual critical analysis here besides this sucks total dick ass.
You might say it sucks total toe jam.
I want to say, is this gimmick completely misses the point with the $1 million man gimmick?
I know!
The $1 million man gimmick, the point of that gimmick is that the $1 million man sets up ostensibly winnable challenges. And then at the last minute, kicks your shit in. The idea is that he's never going to give you the money. But he's still going to make you dance like a little fucking poor puppet for it anyway. The king segment from that bit was when he brought a child up to bounce a basketball 15 times. And at 14, he kicks the ball away. and he tells the kid, sorry, tough luck.
Tough shit.
This is Tiger Ali Singh is giving the money. This is a bootleg Fear Factor, and I know.
Again, Vince Russo wishes he could be anywhere but a fucking wrestling writer's room. Vince Russo hates. He loathes
this
professional wrestling.
There is a lot I feel like Tiger Ali Singh's shitty $500 challenges are the absolute most segments that feel like Vince Russo would just rather be writing Howard Stern.
Yeah. Or on Fear Factor, or literally anywhere the fuck else but here.
This most feels like something that Howard Stern would do.
Yeah,
And all we need is a comedic midget, and we basically have Howard Stern at this point.
Fucking. I hear Steven Crowder is looking for some new staff members. Let's line Vince Russo up for that shit, okay?
Ew.
Fuck.
So whatever, this happens. He gets
This
some
was
money.
terrible. Yeah, I look at the $1 Million Man and Austin. You know what I say is missing? Ethnic stereotyping. Let's go, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me.
So we got backstage to Sable doing some stretches. The camera perfectly aligned to show the underboob.
The cameraman is laying on his fucking belly, pointing upward. Sable is doing leg stretches ahead of her arm wrestling competition. Oh my fucking god.
Absolutely stupid. I don't know why this shit ass bikini contest was not the end of this, but
because we have 3.5 fucking women in this company, and there's only so much we can do with them.
We are going from a bikini contest to an arm wrestling contest. The white trash Olympics continues onward with Sable and Jacqueline. Anyway, this is when I noticed a couple of signs while Sable was coming out. Notably, hey Sable, honk honk. All right there, buddy.
That's what I say to hot women on the street. Hey baby, honk. Yeah, that's how I love to greet you, Austin, when we start these podcasts, all right? Hey Austin, honk honk.
I did also note in front of Hey Sable honk honk, there was a guy that had a sign that said I job to Goldberg.
Okay, that is actually funny.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is legitimately fucking funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw there was a sign about Goldberg. I did not think that's what it was.
Yeah, it said I job to Goldberg.
Okay. 1 out of 10 ain't bad in terms of sign quality. One of them being good is not a terrible ratio.
Yeah, so it's time for Sable versus Jacqueline in an arm wrestling contest. Sable comes out with the bikini contest trophy.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
the giant one, though, even though she's supposedly walked away with the small one last time. I don't know. I don't care. I hate everything.
Jacqueline comes out, and the camera gets a shot of Jacqueline where we're getting all the cleavage. And Jerry Lawler goes, look at those two arms.
Yeah, sure. What?
It's because he was talking about her boobs and he said it's 2 arms, of course. Mm-hmm. And then they get the table set up. And Jerry goes, "Is it hot in here or just them?" And then I wrote, "Is it time for every arm wrestling contest in wrestling ever?" And I will explain that when I get to my next note about it.
Oh yeah, baby.
And then fucking Lawler goes, "Oh, grip is everything. If you don't believe that, you can ask the president later."
Yep, we're getting another one.
And then I wrote, "Yep, it's like every arm wrestling contest in wrestling ever." We don't do enough arm wrestling contests on this podcast for me to just assume you know what I mean.
Well, I need to take note. We do get fucking Jacqueline out here cutting a promo on Sable before.
I definitely did not give a shit about this Sunday night.
I wrote down exactly 2 notes about it. First of all, Jesus fucking Christ, the acting. Oh my god. I didn't notice it as much during the bikini contest, but it's egregious. This is so fucking wooden. I could build a fucking door out of it. Fuck me. And also, Jacqueline, in a very compelling line delivery, says, "Why don't you put your toothpick arms into play? Jacqueline, your arms are effectively the same fucking size."
I mean Jacqueline is a little bit more jacked.
A little bit more jacked. A little bit more jacked. A little
stable, but not enough to be making toothpick arms.
But yes, okay. The drama, the in-ring psychology.
The only thing I remember is when the only thing I remembered was Sable saying the only thing cheap is your day rate. Anyway, okay. Every arm wrestling contest in wrestling ever. First what you need to do is you set up at the table, and just when you're about to start, you have the heel back off and start being like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Got to build tension, right?
What?
And so you have that.
Even fucking Glow was more
They did this
dignified than that.
They also kind of followed the formula.
Did they do the heel backing up at first? I don't.
A little bit. Not
Okay.
It's not as bad, but then
Okay.
Then they'll do the arm wrestling contest. And it'll go on. This one was super fucking long. I was like, this is too long already. Stop, please. Get to the end. And the end is just as the babyface is about to win, the heel flips the table over.
The heel rage
and then it's
quits.
a fight.
Knocks the table over on Sable. Except it's not a fight because she knocks over the table on Sable, pinning Sable under the table. Then, like, fucking, as Sable's getting up, she takes the bikini contest trophy and just breaks it over Sable's back.
Yep.
Hey.
And then in runs Mark Henry and in runs the Oddities.
Yeah. You can tell Luna's a face now, I guess, because she's wearing something, I don't know, sparkly and somewhat
and she's with
tasteful.
the Oddities.
With the Oddities. And I gotta say, on top of my expert fashion sense at thinking that Gangrel is hot couture, gotta say, really digging the wardrobes here. I would wear all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Put wrestlers of the 90s lacked so much fucking color in their wardrobe. Jesus Christ. These guys, good shit. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so Mero and Jacqueline run off. The Oddities check on Sable, and goddamn, we got to show the entire Sable limping and having to be carried out by Giant Silva. And holy fucking hell, man, we really need to spend this much time on this.
Get me out of here, please.
So backstage, Michael Cole is with Val Venis. Good God. Michael Cole asks Venus why he wants to run the gauntlet of all 4 members of Kaientai. Well, the big Valboski has been conditioned to run all night long.
Okay, I wanna point out here. Okay, so he started off this promo with a fucking Hulk Hogan, let me tell you something, and then it feels like he spends the entire promo weaving in and out of a bad and way too subtle Randy Savage impression. My man knows.
That's just kind of the DP voice he does.
Okay, well, this is the first time I've noticed it. So to me, it reads like he realizes that choppy your pee-pee is the most iconic height that his career will ever reach. Now he's desperately trying to imitate much more over acts to stay relevant.
So basically, Val explains that the gimmick of this match is if he beats Kaientai, he will get 5 minutes alone with Yamaguchi-san, which is one of those weird old-timey gimmicks usually used to beat down heel managers.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Anyway, and then fucking draws his world, baby.
Oh, this is the story of one man, his wild pets, a couple of tattoos, and puke. Oh shit, they got Joe Exotic on WWF. Look at that.
So Darren, honestly, the only part of this I even remember is Darren Drozdov pointing out that he has a tattoo of Odie from Garfield shooting himself in the head.
3 edgy, 5 me. See, I didn't notice that because I was too distracted by the fact that, like, yeah, it's Droz just talking about his life a little bit and, like, talking about his tattoos. And to show off his tattoos, at some point, we just get a black and white fucking cutoff shot of Droz's naked fucking body. Why was okay?
And then they had some dude in the WWF Control Center just be like, yeah, any guy who yaks is all right by me.
Who the fuck are you? Who's this?
It's this guy.
This is also shot in black and white, so I'm choosing to believe that he's an extra from Clerks. Fucking... What else do you expect?
Who the fuck are you? Anyway, it's Darren Drozdov versus Bradshaw in the final Brawl for All semifinal.
You know, as Drozdov's walking to the ring, I kind of realized Darren Drozdov is actually kind of a sick name, and also, like, legitimately, he's got a great look to him. Imagine if he had an actually respectable fucking gimmick.
Yeah, too bad his gimmick is I can puke on command.
Also, I love how his shorts look like fucking pajama pants. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. So unlike the last match in the Brawl for All, Drozdov and Bradshaw just fucking swinging recklessly trying to
my
concuss
God.
each other.
JR on commentary, as this is starting off, says, "Folks, I guarantee you won't find the Brawl for All anywhere else." Good.
Good. This needs to be
good.
contained.
This needs True, like the fucking virus that it is.
Yeah.
Also,
Anyway.
new drinking game for you. Maybe I've made this one before. I don't care. I've lost all sense of meaning. Take a shot every time JR says slobber knocker during the Brawl for All era. Fuck.
No thanks. Anyway, Bradshaw wins on by decision. The final is Bart Gunn versus Bradshaw.
I will say, JR and Lawler spend the entire match on commentary rightfully confused as to why neither Bradshaw nor Drozdov are exploiting the takedown meta. Like, they acknowledge what easy points that is, and they're just like, they're just not going for those takedowns.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bradshaw for the dub, which is based again.
Whatever.
Fuck JBL, but also the spite to Russo that his advancement in this dumb shit is great, but also, dear Lord, my man is gonna get murdered by Bart Gunn in the finals. Holy fuck.
Yeah, so next we get a video explaining that Al Snow has been on ECW excursion, and now he's back and he's got head.
Help me with this, Austin, because I can't. This seems like a much more different Al Snow than what I'm used to seeing. I don't remember him looking like this. I remember him being leaner. I remember him having black hair and not like bleached blonde. I remember him having like a fucking goatee or something. I don't know. Are we looking at like pre-crisis Al Snow, post-crisis Al Snow? What is happening here?
This is truly the most iconic Al Snow.
I swear to God, he hasn't looked like this when we've seen him in the past. What? Oh my God.
I don't know what to tell you, but hire Al Snow to be kind of gives everybody a little bit of a recap here. Al Snow is running two different gimmicks at once. First, this metatextual gimmick where he like understands that he's a jobber. In fact, he is the head of the Job Squad.
Oh my God.
And he mentions that in his promo right after this recap vid. But he's basically meta. He has a meta gimmick, and he like knows that he's a failure in the WWF, and he's begging Vince for opportunities because he knows he's the loser.
And he has "help me" written across his forehead.
Yeah,
but is actually kind of great.
Yeah, and his other gimmick is that he's an insane person who talks to a mannequin head as if he's a real person.
Yeah. Fuck, this feels like broken Matt Hardy 1.0.
Yeah, and it gets over because his gimmick is his catchphrase is "What does everybody want?" And everyone yelled "head." Get it? Because the innuendo.
Fuck you.
Anyway, they cut, but now he's apparently back from his time in ECW where he got super fucking over doing this head shit. And so he's in a bar that, first of all, he bought drinks for both him and Head.
Yeah, true.
And he is just like, okay, we're back where it all started. 16 years of my career. We're right back where we were. Leaf Cassidy's same mistake as always. That's his old gimmick in the new generation.
My man got tired of not getting paid by Paul Heyman.
He's just ranting, and then he notes that somehow Head has fallen off the chair, and Al is like, "You're drunk, man. You're a sad excuse of an alcoholic. No, you can't drive. You are what? You got too many points on your license. One more DUI, and they're gonna take your license away."
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
"What? Head drives the car. Head has DUIs."
Yeah.
Booked the mannequin Head
Austin
for driving under the influence.
Stone Cold is seeing how much Head is getting over, and also Head's DUI record. And Austin's like, "Well, hell, son, I can beat that in my sleep. 23 more beers for me, son."
I don't understand how What?
The Addams Family logic. Don't think about it.
I guess anyway.
You know what? I honestly, unironically, am kind of here for this. That was actually a charming promo.
It was, but it left me confused. Charming, but confused of how that happens. Anyway,
the real shame is, it really exposes the corruption that head can get all these DUIs and still not get suspended. It's some real the nobody in this damn industry wants to take accountability for car related infractions.
Yep.
And topical.
Can the Undertaker please come to work? Can that please happen?
No.
Sable is storming through the building and is heading to ringside. But first, thank God, the Savior is here. So we get a Dustin Runnels cut in.
He
goes, I did transcribe this whole bit.
I'm glad you did. I have a thing for this.
The Bible says your body is a temple. As a result, we should be careful what we put into it. Why then would you want to poison your mind? Well, here's an idea for you. Instead of watching this next segment of the War Zone, try curling up with a good book.
Don't fucking tempt me, Dustin. I will turn this shit off right now and pull out my complete works of Shakespeare. Don't you fucking tempt me. I will do it. I'll fucking do it, you son of a bitch.
This line got my biggest laugh of the entire night for me. Something like Oliver Twist or Ivanhoe, or my personal favorite, the New Testament. I died of laughter when he brought
Dustin Rhodes is too good for all the shit he had to do in his career. Holy fucking fuck.
You'll be glad you did, because he is coming back. May God bless you all.
He is? Who? Goldust? Fucking somebody, please. Fuck. Oh my God. Poor Dustin Rhodes. Somebody please give him a good gimmick. Please, God. Fuck.
Not happening.
Not happening. Even in 2023, when he actually has a respectable gimmick, he's effectively a fucking jobber. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah,
so
hilarious. Again.
Sable is here.
Continues to get over with me.
That was funny. Yeah.
So Sable get in the ring. Sable get him like, Jackie, you bitch, get your ass out here. You and I are gonna fight.
Oh my God. And fucking for somehow a cameraman backstage just knows to already be on Sable and Marrow. It immediately cuts to Sable and Marrow in an obvious pre-tape. And Sable's like, Sable and Marrow and fucking Jacqueline. And Jacqueline's like, I don't know. Sorry, honey.
I'm not stupid. Jacqueline and Mark Marrow lay down the challenge for SummerSlam. It'll be the two of them versus Sable and a partner of her choosing. And then in runs the Oddities to whoop their asses.
Based. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Mixed tag match. Sable's gonna get somebody to tag with. I don't know who it'll be. It's probably gonna be fucking stupid. I don't care. Okay.
So backstage correspondent Michael Cole has confirmed that the Undertaker has arrived to the building.
Oh, good. Oh, joy. I completely missed that part because I was
Undertaker has finally come to work,
dying
with
inside.
like 20 minutes left.
He keeps not showing up. It's a problem. He doesn't care about getting write-ups. He's been around for too long for the boss to actually give a shit about his write-ups. He doesn't. Oh my God! Somebody talk to him, please.
Now for
HR,
our main event match of the show.
Somehow,
Val Venis versus Kai and Tai. And first
Val Venis is here with a gun. He's got a gun.
He's got a big pink super soaker.
He's got
if you couldn't guess where this gimmick is going, I'm sorry and welcome to your first episode of Raw.
Of Raw. To be fair, I wasn't entirely sure, but as soon as he started, we'll get there. Val
gets the ring and tonight's
Wheeler tactics,
innuendo promo.
Also, Also, real quick, two things I want to point out before you do the fucking promo is, first of all, this is my first time like taking note of Venus's Tron, and like, oh my god, his Tron is a bunch of stock footage of fucking ejaculation metaphor imagery. Like, it's an oil refinery spurting up oil, and it's a fucking train emerging from a tunnel shooting out smoke. Fuck me. I hate this so much.
I love how much you hate it.
I hate Val Venis.
I think it's funny
with every fiber of my fucking being.
I think Val Venis is funny.
No,
so I love that.
Why? Why do you like this? You fucking. Oh my god. You fucking. How? What? This is the worst. So also one more sign that I missed for my sign sidebar is Val, some kid with a fucking Val Venis fears in all caps boner with arrows pointing down. What? Val Venis fears that kid your boner?
That kid is gonna big dick Val Venis.
you know, he probably does, because I feel like if you even remotely mention your boner, Val Venis would start aggressively no homoing until he crumpled in on himself. Fuck. Okay.
So Val Venis,
please,
you can forget about trying to blackmail the big Valboski, because even though I'm not a screamer, unlike you, Bill, after I've left my mark, I always shout it out.
They cut to this chick in the crowd. They during this promo, they cut to a bunch of chicks in the crowd, and like some of them are like kind of look like dreamy-eyed Val. I want to know. I feel like they also got paid a Tiger Alley Sing $500 amount.
I want to know your daddy issues specifically.
but also, I feel like fucking one of the chicks they cut to looks like she could not be more unimpressed by Val.
Oh yeah,
this one girl who's just like,
I love it when they accidentally get the women who are super not impressed with this guy,
like, rolling her eyes, like fucking face palming. Oh my god, that
hilarious.
Was so...
Okay,
fuck.
The Kai and Tai come out, and Men's Teo is up first.
If Val actually wins, I just have this in my notes. If Val actually wins this gauntlet match against 4 extremely talented Japanese workers, I'm gonna scream.
So I've lost my ability to care to make match notes at this point in the show.
Yeah, can I do this one, please? Because I was wham bam, thank you, ma'am, with this one.
I mean, I got the finishes and stuff just to know when like the order of events. But if you got something specific,
hit the finishers. I'll fill in.
Yeah, so Teo gets hit with a big boot and the fisherman suplex, and he is eliminated.
2-minute squash of Men's Teo. No.
And then Funaki runs in, and Val Venis immediately power slams him and pins him.
2-second squash of Funaki. No. And then, oh, good. The Clinton shit.
Coming into the ring, but fuck off. Bill Clinton is back.
The Clinton shit during a Val Venis match.
Well, of course, that's where they put this. So, Jerry Lawler asked for an elaboration. Did he have improper relations with Miss Lewinsky?
I have lost all sense of
and Bill Clinton, I never had improper relations with that woman. It was just good sex. Come on.
I am a shell.
This is the worst. This is the worst one for me because you just did the joke.
He did the
Lewinsky
jokes.
Like you just did. Everything else was innuendo. You could argue it was clever. And here they're just like,
no,
I did not have.
Well.
And this one is just him being like, yeah, I had sex with Monica Lewinsky. Like, God damn it. As my friend Chris Rock says, I give a lot of people jobs. Why can't it be a reciprocal thing?
We are put on this earth by a cruel God simply to suffer.
And then Jerry Lawler jumps in. He's like, well, he doesn't neglect domestic affairs. You can say that for him.
Except, as I stated before, God is dead, so there truly is no point.
Jerry Lawler does ask what Hillary thinks of all of this, and Glenn's like, well, she's not talking to me. I don't know.
God
And then
hasn't talked
Jim
to me
Ross has
in
lost his
months.
patience with this bullshit because
JR is so not here for this.
as Val Venis is power bombing Dick Togo, and they're having this whole stupid conversation. Jim Ross is like, well, maybe she should power bomb you. Thank you, sir.
I'm not sure here if JR is more agitated by by Jerry Lawler's dumb bullshit or having to like be in the presence of even the approximation of a fake Democrat. But either way, he's not having it.
So Bill Clinton kind of signs off this call when he's like, Jerry, you tell McMahon to get Kenneth Starr and me in the ring. We'll settle it there.
Oh my god.
And Jerry Lawler's like, we'll do it next week in Philly. They should have fucking advertised Bill Clinton versus
No.
It could have been the proto Rosie O'Donnell versus Donald Trump.
No. Fuck.
Jim Ross takes this moment to remind us that Taka Michinoku is the light heavyweight champion. A thing that I think WWE has already forgotten.
Yeah, so, he's not just that one was JR going rogue and saying that of his own accord, and Vince is in his ear going, what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean? We don't have
what the hell heavyweight championship?
We don't have a light heavyweight championship, Jim. What the fuck are you talking about?
And he speaks of Taka Michinoku's light heavyweight size in comparison to Val Venis, who stands a good 6'3", 6'4", to which fucking Lawler responds, oh, you're talking about how tall he is. And JR is just like, would you stop that? This valiant attempt at doing a Gorilla Heenan bit is lost on my lack of a will to live.
So Val and Dick Togo actually have a decent back and forth. Val Venis hits a power bomb, and then he hits the money shot, which is a top rope splash, but you know. And then he does it to pin Dick Togo.
Yeah, Dick Togo gets murdered by Val too.
And then in runs Taka Michinoku. I did make a note here. Taka with a top rope crossbody to the outside to a dead silent crowd.
Oh my god.
It is also when I put this in my notes because this is when I thought of this. Why doesn't Kai and Titus try to cut Val's dick off again? Why did they just give up after the John Wayne Bobbitt?
It's a one and done. It's actually a very ritualistic thing.
After John Wayne Bobbitt stopped them the first time, why did they not try again?
Because they're just not allowed to actually by culture.
So
tradition.
Val goes for an elbow drop. He misses. Taka hits the Michinoku driver and he wins?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Taka Michinoku, who I was fully expecting to watch get pinned by fucking Val Venis and rip my own eyes out as a result. No, actually, Taka Michinoku hits the Michinoku driver for the 1, 2, 3. Holy fucking shit, that's so based.
So then Kai and Tai start beating down on Val Venis. Yamaguchi-san gets Kyoko in here, gets in the ring.
And Kyoko
slaps Val Venis, sort of.
Fucking base.
I mean, it was the shittiest slap imaginable.
I don't care.
So Kai and Tai keep beating down Val Venis, but then, and I will read my note verbatim. Val gets his big phallic super soaker and sprays clear liquid all over Kai and Tai and especially Mrs. Yamaguchi-san.
Oh yeah. And on commentary, they make it clear that in kayfabe, that is Val Venis's fucking cum.
Cummed all over her dress.
Literally, JR, once again, who's very bad at identifying bodily fluids, I guess, is like, now what is that he's spraying them with? And Lawler goes, I think that's DNA! In kayfabe, and that is Val Venis's fucking cum spraying all over Kyoko.
to be clear, this is the end of this feud. Right
And
here.
it ends with Val Venis committing sexual assault.
This
That's
ends
great.
with this. It feels full circle because this feud started with him sexually harassing Mrs. Yamaguchi-san in the crowd. Feels like a full circle moment here.
Yeah. Oh no.
But yeah, Val Venis got his big old super soaker penis and sprayed his cum all over them, and that's it. That's the end. No more of that feud. Aren't you glad that we covered that on this podcast?
Oh my god, I want to die.
And there is 5 minutes left in the show, and we get a recap of the opening promo. And then hit the gong. The Undertaker is here. The Undertaker comes down to the ring in his full regalia with his head down. Stone Cold comes down. Undertaker has his back to Austin. Austin's about to do something.
Yeah, Austin and Taker are about to have a fucking tight 5 in the main event, I guess.
But then Kane's pyro shoots off, and by God, it's Kane dressed as the Undertaker.
Also, we apparently this was apparently an overrun. We got a fucking overrun to squeeze this shit in. So it's Kane maybe in an Undertaker costume. They're not, commentary isn't sure.
Yeah, but choke slam to Austin. Lawler's like, actually, this is Undertaker dressed as Kane, dressed as Undertaker. Look, check the tag.
Cahoots. It's all cahoots.
So they just
life has no meaning. It's just cahoots.
They just brawl until they get through the crowd. Austin throws Kane / Undertaker over. I think it's supposed to be Undertaker over the barricade and chucks him in the hearse. And then Austin is like, all right, time to leave. He gets the driver's side door. The door is locked. And then, dun, Undertaker appears in the driver's seat.
Oh my fucking God.
And then Undertaker drives off in the hearse, leaving Austin confused. And this is how Raw ends.
So am I, Austin.
Yeah, this is how Raw ends. Is Steve Austin just being like, "What the fuck was that?" As Undertaker drives off in the hearse that may or may not have been him teleporting to the driver's seat, or maybe it was Kane dressed as Undertaker. And Undertaker just popped into the driver's seat and drove.
Whatever it is, I'm sure they're gonna milk it for 5 more fucking weeks of Cahoots storyline bullshit.
They built the entire show around Austin putting someone in the hearse and driving off.
Could barely fucking tell because it had 5 minutes in an overrun. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that was bad. That was really fucking bad.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was shit, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all. I can't say anything else about it. Really, this sucked.
Fucking sucked so hard, dude.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. Final thoughts. Aside from this fucking blows,
I have thoughts, but I don't want to articulate them until the end of the arc. We still have another week, so it's like I don't.
I already know the punchline too. We're just gonna watch Bradshaw get fucking murdered by Bart Gunn because Bart Gunn can actually box, and Bradshaw just gets into bar fights in his free time. And he doesn't have any bottles to break over Bart Gunn's head. Like, fuck.
Yeah, so
this is so awful. This is such directionless, pointless crap.
This was compelling to somebody in 1998, I guess.
Yeah, well, if you're too busy looking at other people's signs and not actually paying attention to Raw, you might trick yourself into thinking there's a halfway decent fucking show here.
Yeah, this isn't compelling to me in 2023. Okay. We'll be back soon enough to continue with this.
It's too soon. However long it takes us to get back here. If it takes us a million years to get back here, it's too soon. If it takes us the first second of eternity to get back here, it's too fucking soon.
Mm-hmm. So, next time, next time's a big monumental episode, I would think. 125.
125.
So, I had an idea for what we were going to do.
Yes.
And admittedly, I would have been all in on this if we could have gotten some friendos.
Yes.
To this, but that did fell through.
That unfortunately did not work.
So, I want to offer an alternative idea.
Okay.
We're gonna make this fun. You already know what I wanted to do.
I do.
Because I am going to offer a mystery second option. So your options are what you already know, what the devil you know,
versus the devil you don't.
Potentially, it could be better. It could be worse. You don't actually know what my second option is, but you do know what so what do you want? Do you want the certain shit or do you want the potential for something good?
I don't feel like we can do what you were originally planning without the friendos. What you were originally planning is a very guest star episode. Very fit for the guest stars episode, especially our regular selection of guest stars.
Yeah.
So I cannot, as much as I would love to, as much as I desperately have find myself filled with morbid curiosity at the Pandora's box that is what you had originally planned, I cannot in good conscience select the original plan because we need Elizabeth and or Claire and or Curtis here to accompany with us.
I would agree with that. That's why I was starting to be like, I don't know if we should do the plan next week. So
we should not.
For episode 125, though.
125.
It wasn't too long ago that we had our to-be adventure into the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
They were gorgeous, they were ladies, and they were of wrestling.
And so, when thinking of alternative ideas to what I wanted to do for this, I was trying to think of something that would take the same length of time. It would have been about an hour's worth of TV. This is what we'd watch next week. And so I thought, what are alternative hour lengths of TV? And I thought that maybe episode 125, we've seen the original. I wonder, maybe it's time to see the Netflix of it all.
Oh!
So next time for episode 125, we are going to be watching the first 2 episodes of Netflix's Glow.
Wait, this is a thing I've seen before. That's new for this podcast.
Hey!
Holy shit!
I mean, we can't just like start anywhere else in the show. That'd be kind of shitty. But yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. I'm here for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that will be what we're doing for 125, is our first time watching a non-wrestling TV show.
That's so delightful. I'm very excited. This is going to be an adventure.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's for next time. Until then, David, hit the plugs.
Yes, sir. Dear friends, thank you all so much for joining us on yet another episode of the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast. We are so delighted to have you here. If you are a first-time listener, first of all, if you're a returning listener, viewer, what have you, you all know the drill. Thank you all so much for once again welcoming us back into your eardrums, your eyeballs, whatever the hell it is you use to consume our content. We are so delighted to have you here. If you're a first-time listener, viewer, what have you, well, thank you all so much for being here. We are delighted to have you here. We here at the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast like to think we are friendly to both noobs and knockouts alike. So whether you're brand new to the wild, wacky world of wrestling or you're a veteran of all the weird bullshit, either way, we are delighted to have you here. We hope you had a great time here. We hope you want to keep having a great time with us week after week after week. And I'm going to make sure you know all the ways you can do that. First and foremost, of course, you can find us on YouTube. We are the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast on YouTube. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, make sure it turns a nice little solid color so you get notifications every single time we drop a brand new episode. Give us that sweet, sweet engagement. check out all of our playlists. Austin has been kind enough to organize all of the arcs that we follow into their own separate playlists so that if you want to follow something all the way down, you can do so without having to skip around a whole lot. It's great. And of course, you can see our lovely faces and, our beautiful HUD and just the sheer pain in both of our eyes as we slog through whatever hell is offered to us this week by the Attitude Era. But hey, if you're a fan of the audio only experience and don't want to watch the pain that flashes in our eyes for hours on end, you have those options as well. You can find us on three of the best places to find your audio podcast, which of course are Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Come check us out there. Listen to our show, download our show so you can listen to us offline. Give us that sweet 5-star rating and review if you would be so kind. Maybe letting some people know, hey, these guys are pretty cool. Maybe more people should be listening to them. I don't know. I'm just speaking off the cuff here. And, it helps out the show way more than you might think. So just, come enjoy us and maybe let other people know that you enjoy us. Hey, it's a good time. Of course, we have existences somehow past this little void that we find ourselves in week after week. You can find us a few places on the internet as well. Of course, primarily is our Twitter account. You can find us on social media on Twitter. We refuse to call it X. Fuck you. At Noobs and Knockouts Pod on Twitter. That's at Noobs, the letter N, Knockouts Pod. Come check us out there. We do the whole Twitter thing. Memes, discourse. We put up a post every single time we drop a brand new episode, so you guys always know what the hell is going on. Of course, the highlight of our Twitter is weekly wrestling live tweeting every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on Eastern Time on TBS. We are watching and tweeting about AEW Dynamite. It's a great time. On top of that, I am a dorky little AEW loyalist in my household when I have the time. On Friday nights, certainly not this Friday night because we're recording. But when I have the time at 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT, sometimes we will be.
You already saw the best match of the week. I don't know what you're concerned about.
I did.
Of course, we're talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match.
I stand in the minority opinion of that match was fine, actually. I thought it was perfectly.
That match, of course, it was fine. Jeff Jarrett won. So
yeah. I did not realize until recent weeks just how much of a fucking Jeff Jarrett mark you are, and I feel like it came the fuck out of nowhere, and I don't fully understand it. But I don't.
It came from a realization, slap nuts, that actually Jeff Jarrett is goated.
That actually, yeah, is that so?
Yeah, like
I know what got you over with him, you fucking weeb. It's the Taylor Swift connection.
I mean, that helps, but I unironically think every version of his gimmick is hilarious. Like country star, fake country star, Jeff Jarrett, hilarious. Slapnuts hitting people with a guitar every fucking week. Bree woo. Hilarious. Mid Carter in AEW palling around with the fucking cursed ass group of Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Sting. Hilarious.
I have also come to the realization of we memed on Jeff Jarrett a lot early in this podcast life, but I don't dislike him on AEW TV.
Him with Tennessee Lee, hilarious. I think I am a minority lover of Tennessee Lee.
Oh boy, yeah. So yes, perfectly fine match because Jeff Jarrett won as you do.
Yep.
Fucking hell. So anyway, yes. So despite already watching the matches of the week, when I can, we will tweet about AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday nights on TNT. It is the show that y'all been waiting on. And then, of course, when we have time, also not this weekend because I'll be busy, but when we have time on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT, also, we will be tweeting about AEW Collision because Saturday night is, in fact, all right for fighting. Get a little action in. On top of that, Austin, being the knockout that he is, he likes to follow all of the major company pay-per-views, watch them. Sometimes he'll tweet about them. And, we like to tell all you wonderful people about it, especially for the noobs in the audience. looking for kind of a jumping on point, we like to tell you about your options of things you can watch. So, my friend, what is on the docket coming up?
Sure. So I guess let's just kind of start with the longest term thing here. WWE, right? So first of all, you can watch WWE on a weekly basis on Raws at 8 p.m. Eastern on USA Network and SmackDown at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox on Friday nights. September 2nd, September 2nd, Labor Day weekend, it is a Payback. You can bet your whole ass I'm not watching this because it is the first college football Sunday back. Full college football Saturday. But it's a happening. You can watch it on Peacock, WWE streaming service. They stream all that shit live. It's pretty dope. For AEW, they got a show coming up in a week. That's crazy. At All In Wembley Stadium, 80,846 tickets distributed officially. The largest amount of distributed tickets among paid wrestling shows in history. They have set the record.
That's so sick.
And please do not consider any online discourse about the quality of the card for such a historic occasion.
Oh my God. Oh, I fucking hate the IWC.
So featuring on this show on August 27th, live on pay-per-view, we're going to get in the pre-show, we're going to have Aussie Open, defending against MJF and Adam Cole.
Double clothesline.
For the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. More on MJF and Adam Cole later. We currently have set FTR versus the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. That's a little bit up in the air. If the match happens, I don't think the result will be up in the air.
No.
But if it had legendary rivals there, great,
baby.
The most slapdash ass match of the show. What else? The women's match.
Yes.
As the four-way went, the AEW had the worst, most predictable tournament of all time.
Oh my God.
To determine a four-way match for the AEW Women's Championship. Base Hikaru Shida, the champion. I'm so happy I got to see her live, even if it was against Anna Jay. I got to see her as the champ. So
I like Anna Jay, so I'll consider that one a dub.
Versus Toni Storm doing her best to be an aging starlet of 50s Hollywood at the age of 27.
Absolutely.
Versus Saraya, hometown girl, I'm big, still a page mark in this household. And then Dr. Britt Baker, DMD is also here.
Because they didn't have the balls to let the bunny go to the four-way. Fuck off.
That can't happen. Well, if they put Bunny in the match, the bunny would have to win because she is the tribal bunny, the demo god, the top draw of AEW, the bunny.
All of those things, absolutely.
The bunny outdrew Brock Lesnar and versus Roman Reigns on SmackDown.
Wait, she did?
Yeah, for the face. Remember the time where SmackDown overran for a whole half hour, so it would be in the middle of while Rampage was airing. That was a whole thing for like 1 week, and during that half hour, the Bunnies match went directly against a Roman and Brock contract signing, and the Bunny match had better ratings. So
the tribal bunny, the head of the table.
Oh my God. The bunny.
The bun bunny.
The top draw.
Fuck
she would have won the belt,
so
we couldn't put her in the match.
Holy shit. No, true.
Darby Allin and Sting versus AR Fox and Swerve Strickland in a coffin match that has gone completely insane.
This is gonna be so nuts.
Like,
And Joker, we have Joker Sting back
it's
too.
the Joker Sting.
Jo-
Joker Sting committing kidnapping of Prince Nana.
Jo-
Swerve
doing a very
doing-
topical, Dark Knight reference, late by only 15 years.
No, he's doing Jack Nicholson. He's not doing Ledger.
But the setup for the promo itself, the kidnapping of Nana, that is a fucking Heath Ledger Joker scene. I swear to God. That's Heath Ledger Joker, like, filming the dude he, like, kidnapped.
Listen, you just be happy he's not doing Leto. Okay.
See, I just find it funny that in a single Joker Sting promo, Steve Borden spoke more words concurrently than he has spoken in the rest of his fucking time in AEW combined.
Swerve Strickland did an attempted murder of Nick Wayne. Darby Allin and Sting showed up to AR Fox's school practice show to whoop his ass.
This is so unhinged.
This whole feud is crazy, quite frankly.
Great. I love it.
The Golden Elite, the Golden Triad of Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Adam Page. Kenny Omega and his boyfriends taking on Konosuke Takeshita and the Bang Bang Gang of Juice Robinson and Jay White.
That's gonna be so insane.
In a 6-man tag. The Stadium Stampede match live with people there.
Which is so also fucked up.
Eddie Kingston, the Best Friends, and the Lucha Bros versus the Blackpool Combat Club and 3 people yet unknown.
Dude, so many people are like are fantasy booking Proud and Powerful to be part of that, and I swear to God, I will lose my shit.
That would be crazy.
That would be so
Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Jericho's been like, Willie won't he, with Don Callis, and Don Callis was like, I don't like your indecision, pal, so I'm just gonna have Ospreay kill you.
So I'm gonna commission art of me cutting off your head.
That was a truly unhinged nonsense.
That was so crazy.
Then Adam Cole versus MJF in the main event for the World Championship. Just 2 dudes who are definitely not going to backstab each other. Everyone keeps predicting when it's going to happen, and it's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, folks.
They're bestest friends. They beat up kids with dodgeballs at a jump at a trampoline park.
They went to Outback Steakhouse together.
They double clotheslined an alligator. It's not going to happen.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
And Roddy Strong is being the most pitiful ex-boyfriend ever imagined.
I know. Oh, he's so sad.
He's out here rebounding with the Kingdom to show that he's actually totally over it. He is fine. He's doing fine in the breakup.
Getting more and more injured.
Yeah, it's great. He's our neck brace Roddy over here.
Roddy, not very strong at all, actually.
Most divorced man, Roddy Strong.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway.
All right. Same day as All In is Emergence. Impact Wrestling. Emergence. You can watch Impact Wrestling week to week on Thursdays at either 8 p.m. Eastern on Access TV, or for a YouTube subscription, you can watch for like $1 a month. You can watch Impact Wrestling on 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays on YouTube, commercial free. And then on Impact Plus, they have streaming. They have kind of B-level pay-per-view shows on a regular basis. And so on Emergence, we have a few matches set up. We got Kenny King. He is the new Impact Digital Media Champion, taking on Johnny Swinger, who is amazing. Johnny Swinger is basically like doing a parody of old school 70s and 80s wrestlers.
Okay.
And
I assume this is not the same man as Johnny last name.
No, this is a different guy.
Okay.
Johnny Smuggler's fucking hilarious, daddy. And I honestly want him to win the belt, the internet belt, so he'll be like digital media. Do you mean like CD-ROMs, brother?
Oh
Like, is that what you're talking about?
Jack brother dude, bro.
Yeah, it's great. Then the Impact World Tag Team Championships, Subculture, just two Brits being dudes, Mark Henry and Flash Morgan Webster, taking on the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz coming back to Impact after getting fired from WWE. The Rascals gimmick originally was, we are stoner bros, but now both of them are heels, so now just like douchebag degenerates.
I hate the stoner bro to douchebag degenerate pipeline.
Yeah, we've hit the full pipeline on that.
Yeah.
We have a 4-way tag team match for the Impact Knockouts Championships. MK Ultra, Killer Kelly, and Masha Slamovich, who came together because they aggressively like chains and blood.
Sure.
The Shawntourage, Giselle Shaw and her bodyguard, Savannah Evans. The Death Dolls, Courtney Rush and Jessica.
Hey!
The former Rosemary is now just a rocker chick who is kind of confused why she's the one in charge at the wheel here. Like, why did Rosemary let me be in charge of the meat suit now? I don't really know. I'm just kind of going with it.
Oh, is she playing that up now instead of just pretending like Rosemary doesn't exist?
Yeah, she's like, what? She's like, I don't really know why. I don't really know why Rosemary lets me be in charge for the first time in 7 years. I'm just kind of going with it.
Okay. No,
Crazy Steve is like, what the fuck? What happened to Rosemary? And Courtney Rush is like, I don't know. I want those Impact titles though. I'm focusing on that. That's important.
Oh my god, that's great.
Versus the Coven, Taylor Wilde and Kylan King, who are like just super into paganism and tarot cards.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to have those tarot card chicks. Yeah. I get it.
An 8-man tag team match between Time Machine, that is Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kushida. And because Shelley and Kushida are the Time Splitters, and then add Sabin in there, they're the Time Machine.
I do love how you can just get Alex Shelley just in multiple named tag teams.
Yeah,
like he's been around this business enough.
I love that Kushida's gimmick is a fanboy of Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future,
just
and they're just
cosplay as Marty McFly.
Yeah, and Shelley and Sabin are like, all right, sure, we'll do that Time Machine. All right,
absolutely.
And Josh Alexander.
Wait, I get it. Motor City Machine Guns, Time Machine. Fuck, okay, cool, got it.
Those three and Josh Alexander, who is the longtime champion before he got injured. He had to vacate the belt.
Back?
He's back.
Nice.
He's challenging Shelley for the belt at Bound for Glory, but that's like next month. So we gotta be, baby facing it up right now, especially because Bully Ray is assembling the League of Evil. Bully Ray, Brian Myers, Moose, and Leo Rush.
Oh, hey, boy.
An 8-man tag match.
Leo Rush is debuting in Impact as a heel? What the fuck?
He already has. He beat Sabin for the X Division belt.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So he's here. And then the big match, I think, probably the main event of the show is going to be Trinity. The former Naomi beat Deonna Purrazzo for the Knockouts title. They're rematching on this show. That'll be great. Okay. And then also, Sonata, the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
He finished the story.
The top champion in New Japan, taking on Jake Something, who is like a big burly dude. He's kind of got it all, except his gimmick is weird. Like, because his name is Jake Something. Yeah. And he's like, I call myself that because my dad said that when I grew up, I need to become something. And so that's what I did.
So really what you're telling me is his gimmick is the standard wrestling gimmick, which is daddy issues.
Of course.
Yeah, naturally.
But Sonata and Jake Something are going to have a match. I mean, it's going to be pretty sick. It's not for it's not for the belt or anything.
Look, Sonata's reveling his
his last few moments of going over before Naito actually totally fucking murders him.
January 4th, he's coming for your fucking ass.
That's the day before my birthday. They better give me a fucking Naito win as an early birthday present. I swear to God.
All right, yeah, but that's for Impact Wrestling Emergence again, August 27th.
Fuck yeah! All right, yeah, all good shit. You know, again, we like to tell you guys about it, especially for the noobs who are looking for something to watch. The pay-per-views, especially, are great jumping on points. A lot of good wrestling's bound to happen. Storylines are wrapping up. New storylines are beginning. It's kind of a great convergence point. Just a ton of fun all around. So be sure to check all that out. Check us out on the Twitter again at Noobs and Knockouts Pod. If you like listening to us ramble about wrestling for multiple hours at a time, for some reason you'll enjoy this. You'll enjoy this Twitter. I feel like it carries over pretty well. You know, we like to have a good time over there at Noobs and Knockouts Pod. Of course, if you want to get in more direct and long form contact with us, you can email us. We have an email address at noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. That's noobs, the word and this time, knockoutspod@gmail.com. Come say hi to us there. Tell us what you think about the show. Tell us things you want to see us cover on the show. Yell at us for our hot takes or tell us how fucking based we are. Just start discourse, have a nice conversation. Say hi. We love people saying hi. We would love to say hi back. noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. And of course, finally, you can also find the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on Patreon. The link for that is in our Twitter. $1 a month, just a single little dollary due, gets you early access to episodes and a shout out at the end of each episode. Shout out to, of course, friend of the show, the Sugar Daddy, Kyle Smith, for his contributions. We love you so much, buddy. We hope you're enjoying your perks. If you want to enjoy your perks along with our boy Kyle, our most loyal boy, go and check us out on that Patreon. The link is in our Twitter and get all those nice little benefits for just a single bone every month.
See y'all next time.
Hasta luego.